Loaded, I think, I hope. Well, anyway, welcome to a bit of a later than usual one for once. Do excuse me if I sound a bit tired. I had to have a bit of a nice boost of a strong groovy. Mostly because of, you know, I kinda had to do all of the Christmas stuff today instead of the next few days, which is somewhat tiresome, admittedly. But you know, all tiredness aside, we shall start playing games soonish. My goodness, this nonsense has finished loading basically, which as usual takes it takes its sweet time. Of course it does. Yes, why make it easy when you can make it complicated? Always such a lovely aspect, I'd say. You really don't like to load today, don't you? This is my internet again. I mean, I do something you wouldn't be surprised. Still, this is kind of getting, you know, annoying. That is putting it mildly. I would say that at some point in the near future it will have loaded. Sadly, as that near future has apparently proven to be somewhat far away. I feel like really saying through this nonsense and just ignoring it, but that means more work afterwards. And a bit of a sad state of affairs, but I don't feel like doing that now. Just because I'm actually somewhat tired and I needed a very strong bit of coffee to actually get my ass in. What is the board here? Okay. It is somewhat a tiring day. After at work plus all of family nonsense, yes. That is something you feel in your bones. Now, we shall start. Oh, excuse me, suddenly my nose has decided to work against me. Now, although it's a bit later than usual, let's talk about where we are. Last time we kinda, you know, we did a few of the side quests. We managed to deal with the pirate fortress of Deadlight. Mostly one of its inhabitants that has been a bit of a bit of an asshole to us. Done and dealt with that. And now the decision kinda is what to do. We have quests those of higher difficulty. Not by much though. I mean, one level higher is not much. So we could, you know, speak with Captain Ilderson for Deadlight again. Or we could follow the main quest a bit. I think we're going to do mostly that. That seems rather usual. I kind of want to, you know, maybe do one more turn or so to get something out of this, and then we're going to sail straight up to my quarter, which is one of the major cities apparently, as far as we know. Which shall be our main goal for the moment. But of course, doing some side questing is also a very much acceptable course of action, I'd say. Actually, when I look at my map now. Okay. I just need to remember that whenever I'm sailing around like an idiot. But I'm partly running out of drink. Need to buy some fresh water at some point. Well, for the moment, let's do this nice little turn. Then come back and then... Because to get to Negora, we kind of have to do a straight line up, which means we have to cut straight through there. Bit of an annoying. Ooh, storm. That means it's free XP for my sailors. Yay for free XP. Clouds gathered in the distance, a hazy curtain of rain hanging from them. Wish the ship had a boat's weight. Yeah, we all do. Actually, we have some injured people, don't we? Small and I and stuff. As for companions, Soti, you make a nice little prayer like we're all gonna die, but don't worry. Deckhands, into the riggins. Weird will take my little heck grappling hook. And make sure everybody is fed. Well, let's get going. Use some of your medicine to make my people more healthy, so they don't die. Do it again, so we don't die. Jesus Christ, my people have apparently found the goal in life to be throwing up most profoundly all over the fucking place. I mean, like, it's okay. You shall not complain overly much. If they have decided that that is to be their life goal, I say let them. Looks like another storm. But we'll see it once we come back. It's not really moving that fast, so there's that. You see a ruined tower. A rope in grappling hook. Potion of minor healing. Well, we're coming along. Slowly, ever so slowly. Also, just as a bit of a forewarning, today Kitty might be even more annoying than usual because he has managed to set his little stomach somewhat fiercely. As such, he has had a lot less in the way of food, and he will get a lot less in the way of food rather soonish. Again, mostly because, you know, I really don't want to deal with his puking all over the place. Because he has a tendency to, you know... I mean, there are some places where he could probably throw up without making much noise, but he likes to do it on the carpet, and that is kind of getting to me. So, you know, if you hear him screaming in the background, do expect that, at the very least, and don't be fooled. He might sound like he's suffering eternal damnation through this little sheer fact that he isn't getting fed. But instead of calling the proper services, I would advise you, question him a bit more deeply. Not that particular area of expertise. Apart from that, well, yeah, basically pretty much as screwed over as it was last time. Most of the Christmassy stuff is done from where I'm standing. Kind of running out of water. But yeah, once again, very much screwed over. Everything is just a huge mess. Thanks to, you know, thanks to Corona being what it is. The good thing is that means that most of my thing is gone. You notice a small pavilion containing a large wizard statue of stone a little ways off the path. Appears to be a Huara shrine. Approach and identify it. Who's good at religion? Jyoti, of course. We have stone eels twist up the sculpture. Each eel's mouth clings to the other tails, creating an unbroken circuit. It portrays Rikuha, the bronze rendition of Berav. Inscription runs along the shrine's base. Some flee, others fight. Rikuha consumes all. Pollen and dirt dust the statue, and grass grows wild at the base. It seems some time since the shrine was tended. Desecrated shrine, just to piss off Berat. Okay, now that I know that Berat, I kinda feel the need to, desecrate the shrine. Let the game and rest. Now pass on without complication. Drake and wake. Can I do something else? Search the surrounding area. Around the shrine is clear and may prove to be a good place to rest. Akep, nothing for some headed about staying square with the old soul who brought you back to life. They do love they're very much nonchalant about the whole affair. Like, yes, we know he brought you back, so might want to pray to that one, eh? Actually, have we actually rested now? That would have taken care of my wounds, shouldn't it? It means if I approach this place, I'm not going in there wounded like hell, will I? Let's hope. But yeah, that was tiring. Everybody's a bit more on edge these days. Well, at least from my health's point of view, I guess I'm not going to get awfully much drunk. I guess that's a good point. Oh boy, much rather preferred though. Let's make a quick sip because this sounds like it could be troublesome. Where's my formation? I would say, do you wish to die, little one?
So much for misty jungles and crystal beaches.
It's a Christmas in the sun. But you know, it is discovered in Vivian ruins. Beware, the gods punish trespassers. Apparently so, because there's a dead one. Why does this look like so much of a fucking trap?
After him. Figurehead. Futile.
Do you actually have a... Yes, you have. Wait, didn't I just tell you what to do?
You like that?
And then you failed horribly. Well...
Lava beyond. Me too.
Useful as a bump on a pickle.
And do it again. They are somewhat tough, honestly. Which makes this a bit more annoying than it strictly needs to be.
Let's go.
deal with the High Priest.
Hunt.
Well, that one's actually a bit of a toughie. Oops. Hey, avoided you. Oop.
Yeah,
Okay, admittedly that was
sure thing.
not as easy as it could have been. I was getting a bit wary once my enemy, you know, has a level advantage, because usually, if you're smart, you're playing an RPG precisely like that. You aim for the level advantage, you don't give the enemy a level advantage. If you're reasonably smart, that is. Sure.
Tomorrow would have been belaying us for a rest by now.
You say, that is, my friend, little furry creature. It is your job to deal with the traps in this world. That's precisely why I train you. If you fail, well, there's really no one to blame but yourself, is there? An oasis in the sand. Quite a different feel to you now. You're more Christmassy kind of thing.
Toe cap.
Martian Blight. It wishes to fight me.
Pass me too. I'll see you pass me too. Attack cap.
You should probably change your weapon set. Yes, you should.
I reap what I sow.
Why do you choose to go into close quarters? That is such a bad idea. And that's putting it mildly. But well, at the very least we shouldn't have much in the way of trouble. Well, we might not be perfectly prepared, but we are somewhat well prepared. And well equipped, mind you.
Why not?
Free stuff. Always such a nice thing to have. Honestly, yeah, it's nothing better than having some good old-fashioned money and whatnot with me. I can quite literally see the oasis. Oh, what do we have here? A little vision.
Up! Up! It's coming!
I'm sorry.
Apretta, inside!
Hmm. What has murdered you, my little friend? What has murdered you? Also, how high are chances it's still around and it's hungry? That's a question I'm fearing somewhat. For rather obvious reasons, mind you. Whatever murdered them could still be around, and it could potentially still be hungry. If that were to be the case, I feel that that could do some very bad things for my health. This withered stone world seems fairly old, though you see fresh signs of excavation in the sand around it. A rope hangs over the side, trailing down into the darkness. Tossed out a pebble. Send someone down the rope. Here there. It's not long before the dark surface of the water becomes visible below. The end of the rope dangles just above the water. It then spots a patch of burlap against the muck and stone. An old sack appears to have been lost, or hidden in a crack in the wall. Unfortunately, the sack is out of arm's reach. The material looks worn and thin, Might be possible to swing over and grab the sack, but any blunder is likely to snag it on the stone. Climb back up again, because we need somebody with actual, you know, skill here. Namely myself. Gecko legs back and forth. Your smooth, deft motions bring you closer and closer to the wall until the sack is finally in reach. Grab the sack. Sack comes free. It snags on a stone and rips open. Glittering gems spill from the tier as a rope swings in its smooth, steady arc. A quick grab could save the falling gems, but the sack still feels heavy with treasure. Success. Lower the rope. Enter the sack with one hand. Leftly catch the falling gems with the other. You tighten your grip on the rope and hold yourself back up to the blistering desert sun. As I said, this is very, 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 very Christmassy in a very interesting new way.
This looks downright hospitable for an abandoned campsite.
It absolutely does. The tent is empty, but for a stack of excavation tools, shovels, spades, brushes, all of the usual archaeological nonsense. This partially finished tent stinks of spoiled rations. You find a rolled up map inside the satchel. It shows a course plotted from Chikawara. See.
Should not have left Vector with those Savannah.
Why not?
Then swim back to Tikawara. We will take your share.
Well, I mean, whatever happens, happens. I get that much, but still. To come back to my original point, something on this map has murdered things in the past, and all things considered, it could very well still be around. Which, as you might figure, is what we in the business like to call a one of those not so good states to be in.
Let's go.
Now then, focus on one. Focus on one.
After him.
Now come on. To reach at the very least one, attack it and murder it most brutally and efficiently. I mean, they themselves can't actually move that fast once they actually get caught, which is, you know, making it a lot easier for me.
After him.
Now then, let's murder the next one. Next creature in our way. Shall get murdered most profoundly. Nice.
Let's go.
Okay, we have found something that is most definitively not nice, but that still doesn't really explain what has happened. They shall now brand you.
This ends here.
Burn, bitch. Burn. Might not be mage, but I can make you burn. No pity for the lost. Call upon the souls of those that agree to follow you. Prisoners exalt foes in the area. Aww. Okay, that was fun, I guess, for the whole family. As I said, I do like the fact that they actually get slowed down in difficult area. That's a very reasonable thing to happen, actually, but in actual combat, it becomes a bit of a pain in the ass to deal with. I'm just gonna point it out, you know. Very nice and being like, yeah, shit. It's worms. Actually, can I... Okay, so if he does actually get going... Okay, that sounds horrible. I'll admit as much. I mean, to be fair, so far so good. Also, you know, in close quarters, please use your thing. Boom. And when you're not in close quarters, don't. Whoop. Nice. Everybody has died a horrible death, which is pleasant, I suppose, in a very, very interesting way. Well then, I guess that kind of leaves us with only one option, into the ruin. I do wonder what has murdered him though. And I'm assuming the VTC camp is a Valiant Trade Company camp, which means trouble is ahead. Trouble is afoot, lots of it probably. And you have an acute rush. Well. What the literal fucking... well, I guess that's gonna be good training, isn't it?
I hear you.
Yes, it's indeed gonna be very good training for the time to come, namely the time when we actually have to do some, you know, training. Do some mule kicking. Has he been branded? Yes, he has been branded. Use your watchables to gaze through your target's eyes into their souls, temporarily frightening them. You shall be frightened. He's a level fucking 3 murderous being.
Close.
Let's go.
What? Ouch. You asshole.
Let's do this.
I don't want to point this out, you know. Don't think we will actually be able to beat that thing.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Yeah. This thing really is not doing the job.
Futile.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Yeah, no, we really are not doing nearly as much in the way of damage. Okay, this is like what? Basically just like one.
Nobody saw that.
Ouch.
They can't afford another loss. This thing isn't doing the job.
Yeah, no. I have some doubt. Some very high doubts that we'll be able to actually finish this. Yeah, some slight doubt. Blessing! Come on.
I need something stronger.
Yes, we would, but we don't have anything stronger.
That were a beaut. I hope nobody saw that. I need some help. What do you need?
Flogging a figurehead. Futile.
No, no, you will not be allowed to do this, Broken Titan. You will definitively not be allowed to do this. He has been confused. He has been confused. Ouch. We do... Well, we had a healing circle, but we don't have a healing circle anymore. The direction is going. This is most definitively not how this combating hunter is supposed to be.
Like flogging a figurehead. Futile.
This is gonna be
Ain't you got the decency?
Missed.
it's gonna go and be fun. Come on, you idiot. Kill yourself a bit more, please. Come on, please.
I need some here. Hey, we had some good times.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Hey,
If I have to never do this again, it would still be too early to make a good joke about it. Oh boy. Let's just hope that was what actually murdered them, and let's also hope that that was all. That we will never have to do this again. Okay, what do we actually have enough of, and what would be worth it? Action Read Moon 2. Okay, that's one of the very good ones. Let's save that for later. Fresh fruit gives me healing received. The problem is we don't actually have that much. We don't have that much of anything. Okay, some fire kelp, I guess it would be a nice thing. Some rest and relaxation. Oh, that looks cool. The patina for the entrance tells of age and long exposure. Despite of its degradation, the copper door is as heavy and densely forged as a vault. Examine the door closely. Old markings in the shape of fingers suggest that Ingwithian titans once possessed the strength to raise the door. Difficult to tell from here if anything else once controlled the door's opening or closing. You find a hole in the surrounding stone bearing a curious spiral shape. Also take note of scour marks at the base of the door, like the evidence of a primer used to wedge it open. The damage to the stone looks recent. Draw your strength into lifting the door. You rub your palms together to build up some friction. Homing your fingers into the seam between the door and the ground, you hoist up with all your might. You manage to raise the door an inch off the ground before a painful spasm runs down your arm. The door falls, splitting a crack down the surrounding stone. Peers through the crack. See the faint outline of gears so choked with sand and debris to be rendered nearly immobile. You think the barbed corner of a grappling hook could snag the gears in a ring. Stick your hand in the gears. You grab hold of the largest gear, give it a good shake. And the guts of the machinery rumbles to life. The gears spin violently and without warning, closing around your fingers with a resounding crunch. Well, then use a grappling hook. Destroy the crevice and loop the grappling hook through the gear. It takes a couple of persistent tugs, but the gears begin churning with laborious, creaking protestations. The door slowly rises. Opening charges a breeze of stale air and something else. A feeling which emanates from the yawning darkness that makes your every hair stand on end. Can it be worse than the Titan we just faced to get inside here? Yes, it can. If you encounter on a map an enemy that is already at a level 3 Death Star rating, I kinda wanna avoid any further sort of exploration, normally.
I hear you.
But of course we're stupid, so we're gonna go inside anyway and actually see how far we can go before we have to run around.
Blown, but no worse for the wear.
We'll make a safe game and run away. But seriously, this is going to end up horrible, isn't it? If there's one more of those Titan things, I'm going to be very much pissed. Oh, a trap.
Now.
Apparently somebody has decided to put a lot of traps around.
What for, Cap? Night, Cap.
Are you... Could you stop being useless? In case you have forgotten, you fucking asshole. It's your job to take care of traps, and if you can't do it, you're gonna have to do it manually. He died. That's annoying as fuck, actually. How am I supposed to be doing this? My scout is not capable of actually taking care of these traps. It is not good. That is the definition of not good.
Hey, watch out.
This ends here.
Well then, this is great. Okay, I mean, that's still manageable, I guess.
Sure thing.
Yes, stagger it. Stagger the creature. Because they're just, you know, one little skull, difficulty, that's manageable. Not in a good way, mind you, but manageable. Come on. So far, so good. And we still have some problems with the penetration, mind you, but still. generally speaking, we are making
I
progress.
hear you.
Slowly but surely. The outer wall of this room seems to have buckled inward under a tide of sand and rubble. But at the very least, we have yet to find anything that could reasonably be called absolutely deadly. An Adra stone.
You pushed her.
You didn't?
Merle, she came after me.
Who? I hate it when people are like, well, everybody knows what has happened. I'm sitting here like, nope, can't say I do. Then, what sort of horribleness awaits me? I've seen undead already, so that is that.
This ends here. Didn't work. Look at this.
Okay, something is decisively shooting at me. And we have decided to, you know, this is precisely what happens when you let the shitty AI decide what to do. Decides to do horrible nonsense. And I have to deal with this.
All right. Mo.
Which is not, all things considered, the most pleasant of aspects.
Me too.
Mo.
Something stronger.
Come on, deal with the fucking beetle.
Mo. Ixie.
I'll be more.
My lantern flickers.
My lantern flickers. That is not good.
Mo. Sheriff, ain't moving.
A lantern shouldn't, all things considered, flicker. Yeah, this is not a good sign, considering that is some very important thing for you. That fucking sorcerer is getting mildly annoying. Finally.
Mo. Ixie.
Gonna figurehead.
And then,
Futile.
heal yourself most profoundly, please. Don't die. I'm pretty sure we can deal with the last scarab beetle.
Not even close. Yeah?
Boom. This would like that I have the same like near death.
Hey.
How bad does it look? You have a wrenched shoulder, smashed hand, and all of the other good nonsense. Basically, you are the Walking Dead. And I don't mean it in the zombie sense, I mean it in the sense that you're basically just one step away from death. Pleasant. Oh look, another other thing.
You seeing what I'm seeing? It's gotta be the peak.
All lights and shapes seem to stay just beneath the surface of the Adra, rippling past in irregular motions. I found more Adra. That's good. Kinda means that probably we would have ended up here main quest-wise anyway at some point. One of figures prostrate themselves before a blue flame. Well, I don't know about that. What I do know is that we have a character that is almost dead on our hands. And a way down. Yay. That's totally not suicidal of me. No, of course not. I am never going to regret this decision to go down there. No, of course not. Oh boy, Christmas time, eh? Oh well. Guess that is over for this year, or almost over. More precisely.
Cool. That rock be a pound or two of gold, Cap. If you can get it into our hold.
The luminous Adra appears infected, taking on darker hue as it descends. That's never a good thing when Adra gets infected. some mystical reason that usually means more work for me. Not a good kind of work. Visions.
Is that blood? What have you done?
I found him like this. Why is your blade drawn?
You're crazy. Stay back.
Everybody is apparently getting crazy. Nice. Upon his removal, the Ingrifian raises a sacrificial knife over a blind Juana figure. Well, human sacrifice is not that uncommon. I guess, you know, Juana sacrifice is as close as it gets. Ah, just a few desert items. Okay, it's always getting worse, isn't it? You start out so nice with just 1 or 2 enemies, and before you know it, suddenly you have like 500,000 on you. You know, just make use of a second wind, please. That exists for a reason, surprisingly enough. I mean, you see, the combi there is actually not that bad. I can see what they're doing. It mostly takes, you know, away more of the annoying little clicky things I need to do, usually. I'm not really against that. But I can very clearly see that it is not at all completely sensible in what it does. Which, mind you, is absolutely understandable, because that's not really something you can expect the AI to do. Technically speaking, AIs do not actually have smarts. Which lends itself very well to the situation we find ourselves in right now. Let's make a nice little save and storm into the next room. Oh boy.
This ends here.
Me too.
Kinda have to stop this.
Yeah. Get fresh.
So far so good. You will probably aim at this. You should aim at this. Yes. I just want to make sure everybody's actually aiming sensible, you know, because they have a tendency to precisely not do that.
Uh-huh.
That's
Here. Let's do this.
Now, come on. Focus. Focus, my people.
That was about as useful as a bump on a pickle. After him.
Nice. Now, if you just can focus this one down, we are golden, basically. I hate fighting against enemies that have a higher level. That's actually my job, you know. I'm supposed to be the one with the higher level.
something stronger.
You like that?
Well, supposed.
Seems to have lost my way.
Come on, deal with this nonsense, please. Like, come on, it has no health. Please kill it. Jesus Christ. That's not how I imagined my Christmas in the sun, honestly. I had hope for some, you know, schlepping some mojitos in the sun or something. Not getting murdered by spiders in a fucking cave, but, well. I guess complaining is not actually going to help with that. Collapse tall. Well, game, you have a nice tendency to point out the very obvious. Apparently.
Hey. Watch out.
Okay, probably not a bad idea to actually level up before we continue. I'm pretty sure, yes, you're my athletics guy. My intimidation is my history. Yes, guy. Well, girl, technically speaking, but you know, you get where she's coming from. I can get more of my zeros roll. Also convert some hits to crits. Minus now convert some incoming hits to traces. Also provides others with a constant regenerative effect. Glorious beacon. Beacon also glorious. Liberating externalization command some the strength and order to ignore existing hostile effects. Command unconscious ability to get back up with large instant spike in health. It's actually kinda sweet. Having the ability to call them back to life. Yeah, Metro Fortress, Spirit Path. Your head. Iron Gut. I think I'm actually going to go for the Healy effect. It sounds remarkably useful, actually, when you think about it. Especially because, well, we are not yet at the point where we are, you know, reasonably tough. Yet. I mean, we are gonna go there at some point. We're not yet there. Now then, as for you... Well, my friend, mechanics is probably where it's gonna be at for you for quite a while. And as for everything else... Bluff and insight is probably gonna be what I had planned for you, isn't it? Mind lens, Red Circle lens, Silent Scream. And let's give you another ability. That would be useful because he can do more horrible cipher nonsense when he actually has the ability. Still, I don't like him. I liked Grieving Mother a lot better as a grieving cipher. Oh well. Yeah, history is mine. I'm learning history and religion, I think. And you are gonna get metaphysics and diplomacy. And of course, Arcana. My. Haven't seen you in a while, my little tentacles. Ah. Yeah, I never really liked the things like this. It's really not my thing. Little shouty. Well, shit, shouty also learns diplomacy. I really need to write down what I'm exactly teaching each one of them, aren't I? I should, that is. Joining beacon. Okay, before we continue, let me actually write this down, because otherwise I will get confused all the time, and that is not good. Instead we have a fitting piece of paper. So then, as for alchemy, So alchemy is shooty. Arcana is good. I love is doing it. Athletics is myself. Explosives is there. Because he enjoys that oh so much. And mechanics, sleight of hand, and stealth would all be mech, slide, stealth, which is saffron. I want to say saffron, but saffron is rice. Okay, let's ignore the sleight of hand. That's not gonna be anything useful for me. Now, okay. The other side we have bluff. Bluff. The little saffron rice who looks like he's moldy as fuck. And I'll send Streetwise is already taken by there. Inside. That was it. Then we have diplomacy, which is shorty. Shorty, little shorty, you shall be diplomatic as fuck. Also religious. Okay, we have you. We have you. History is, I think, myself. I have history and I think intimidate. Okay, bluff is done, diplomacy is done, history is done, insight is done, intimidate is done, metaphysics is... Metaphysics is a love. Religion is done. Streetwise and survival is basically there. Streetwise. There. Survival is also there. Which actually leaves Alov with an open slot. Basically. Because he only has one for the moment, if my list is correct. He's actually the only one who only has one. I mean, that's not really bad, I'd say. We shall take it. For the moment, it is. Oh, then what can you then charge? Fighter, charges approaching stun, sending anyone in the path, vigorous defense. Defect all income below, dramatically increasing all defenses for a short time. Bad. Not bad at all. Also, just to remind you, because I can hear him twitching somewhat fiercely in the background, you might actually not be hearing that, which would be good. But, oh yeah, the kitty might be a bit more annoying than usual today, because, well, he has not had any food in a while. For once he actually can make the claim that he's hungry, but that is because he has managed to upset his stomach somewhat fiercely and has been busy throwing all over the carpet and stuff, so he will get a very, very light meal before I go to bed. He will have to spend the evening and the following night in the hallway, basically. Because I'm getting really, really tired of, you know, taking care of his fucking vomit all over my carpet. Because of course, you know, even have a choice, where would the kid, you know, decide to vomit on? Easy. On the fucking carpet, of course. He had many choices to do it somewhere else, but no, he has decided that, you know, throwing up on the fucking carpet is
When did they learn to do that?
the best potential way of doing it. It's just one skeletal warrior, and he's not even special. Oh shit, 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 oh shit. I was like, okay, this is too easy. Yes, it is of course a bit of a problem with that.
Not good.
It's like, that's not good, you don't say. I'm pretty sure we've just lost the game. Yes. Understandable. Understandable indeed. We were pretty close to death, now that I think about it, and that was most definitively a rather nice little trap you have there. I guess I can redo this then. I'm going for history and intimidate. Yes, I do. And what did I actually give myself? The healing effect, and I think I gave myself concentration. I do like to start with concentration. What were you actually learning? Insight and bluff. And mechanics. One time this, and where's my greater focus? Yes. Good thing is I can basically do this in my sleep here. And then you basically only have metaphysics to your name. Continue doing that. Tentacles, tentacles. Don't we all love ourselves some good old-fashioned tentacles? The answer surprises no one. Of course we do. Alchemy, religion, diplomacy. Yeah, good old there. Whenever I see him standing there with his pipe, it's getting me in the mood, let's just say. Kinda proves the point that smokers, no matter what precisely they're smoking, are a rather social thing.
No problem.
Also, do excuse me, my nose is a bit stuffy for the umpteenth time. It has decided that that is a thing it needs to do.
Now.
Ah, traps. Can you actually do something about it, please?
Scallywag's hoe cap.
Failed.
Aye, aye.
Mow it.
No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. I tell you as much, you fucking don't.
Scallywag's hoe cap.
Watch your back.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that. That's me too, man.
You like that?
Now then, let's see if we can actually pull them in a more favorable position for us personally.
Consider it right. Fucked.
Still, this is not the most pleasant of combats.
Let's go.
this is gonna be some horrible fighting.
All right.
Not nearly as easy as it could be. If we can actually get rid of the fucking sorcerer, which we apparently just managed, that's gonna make things a lot easier on my poor and damaged mind. Yes, please. Okay, we have made some progress. Hey, it's a Soviet. Hello there. You're around late. Well, not bad. Had some Christmas stuff to do, you know, meeting up with the family and stuff, because we can't do it any other time, apparently. But yeah, after this, and since, you know, I'm now sobered up a bit, I've been playing games. Years of Eternity, as every Friday. How about you? You feeling okay yourself? Ah, getting Heart of Iron 4, eh? Though be aware, it's a Paradox game. Which means, you know, there be lots of DLC. Then don't die. And you, my friend, you have this nice ability. Make use of it, why don't you?
It's no good to me.
Nice. You can have a lot of fun with that game. A bit of a dance, a bit of a jiggly beaty. Why not? It's a good game. Personally, I still think, or I still consider, as far as Paradox games go, the Crusader Kings 2 to be the king class. But yeah, Oi 4 is not a bad start at all.
Well, don't see why not.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. The question is,
Good thing I saw him first.
how do I get in here without...
Well, that could have gone better. A quick rest would help if you don't mind. Yeah?
Yeah, let's not go in there. That's gonna murder me. Indeed, for the fatherland. Or the motherland, depending on which faction you actually end up playing as. Can make quite a bit of a difference. You know, I'm actually missing fighting spiders at the moment. That was annoying, yes, but this was a lot less annoying than what I'm having to do now. More skeletal archers.
I saw him first. This ends here. You like that? Let's go.
Like you liked it? No, I actually don't. Man the guns, this or dishonor, together in victory. What? Not a bad choice.
Or something else.
Ouch. Okay, at least that took care of your concentration. And we need a bit of good old-fashioned desecrated ground.
About to mix. Mow it. Ixie. Oh, son of a cur. Yeah.
Now I would have to actually look. Okay, that looks horrible. Deal with that, please.
It's no good to me.
It's a thingy of nightmare. It's gonna give me nightmares. Would you people please murder it? I'm not going to go around until that thing is dealt with, because otherwise I'm going to be very much worried. Come on. You do that. Get some good old practice in. Because, you know, Paradox games are special, obviously. And we're gonna play some V4 and see what happens.
Quick. Must be something else.
Come on, deal with it. Don't let that thing just sit there and attack us. Nice. But yeah, I like to hear that you're happy. Yeah, it's good.
Hey.
Goes a lot, eh? Or like a light machine gun in the evening.
This ends here.
Okay, let's see here. The way they actually run around me really, really annoys me. Can I actually... Yes, I can. Yes, I can indeed. Wow. Cavalry at the beginning of the Second World War. You will very shortly learn that that is not a good idea. Although, to be fair, there are situations where that is actually applicable, especially if you are one of the smaller nations and you don't have the necessary power in your production lines to do much about it. In which case, you know, it's okay-ish.
After him.
You're not the most healthy creature, are you? Let's deal with that.
How may I help?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, but there's a reason why cavalry has died out, you know. Etching upon these sarcophagus have been worn down past legibility. Let's see. Oh, a trap, eh?
My fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble. My fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble. My fingers be fat and furry, but they're ever so nimble.
Yes,
My
but you're
fingers be
lying
fat
to.
and furry, but they're ever so nimble.
Yes, and if you could shut up about that particular nonsense, that would be most pleasant. Ah, that little fucking furry thing, I really wish I could murder it outright, but I do need myself, you know, a sieve. Don't grow on trees sadly enough. Very sadly, actually. Let's see what horribleness awaits me in this room. Great. Retreat!
This ends here.
Okay. They apparently not really interested in...
You be right.
Hey, so you are.
They really are interested in working me that hard. Hmm.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. Since they've decided to be
What for, Cap?
not at all difficult.
What for, Cap?
You want to create a very different axis there, my friend. A very different axis. Oh, great. He's rising from his death. That's gonna be pleasant. Yeah, that difficulty spike looks pleasant. Oh, for fuck's sake, game. I'm gonna make this a lot more difficult than it needs to be, aren't ya?
Cap?
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Here.
My original idea of actually, you know, staying back probably actually wasn't such a bad idea when you think about it. Because now we're gonna get fucked from 3 different sides. That is indeed not good. That is actually the definition of not good. Yes.
Waits me.
Ouch. Ouch.
Done for. This is
Very much ouch.
we've lost Griffin.
Yeah, we lost so many along the way. I definitely should have taken this particular combat a bit differently.
Need something stronger. Lava beyond. Can't take much more.
Have we dealt with him? Yes, we have. That is good. That is going to make this a lot more manageable, I think. Come on, do it. Yes. Jesus fucking Christ. That was far too close for comfort. Jesus.
Tell me,
Ugh,
Why not?
I need a fucking chill pill after that nonsense. A ninja pill. What's it made of? Mescaline. Well. It's like, what was it called? I think they gave the tip of the Panzer column. Panzerschokolade. Indeed. Pink chocolate, if you wanted to put that into context. You know, what is this? Well, we don't know, but it keeps you awake and concentrated for long amounts of time. Far longer than you should be. Some might surmise it's full of drugs, but, you know, those would be lies. That would be outright lies. Nobody would ever do that. Now, the main problem here is...
Oh, of course.
Tread cautiously.
Mow it. See on us.
Yes! Yeah! Run into the traps, you idiots! Get murdered! Get fucked. He's like, I'm gonna strike you now, bitch! The fact that it actually hurts like a bitch is, you know, not the nicest thing in the world, but I can absolutely live with that. I wanna go out and... I mean, go ahead. Get yourself the game and challenge the world, my friend. Heck, actually become good enough to carry me. That makes it a lot easier for me, because then I can just sit there and ramble while, you know, building up my economy and going like, power. It's unimaginable. That would be pleasant. Me. More healing. We need more healing here. We need more healing in this bitch. I'm not going to be Switzerland. I'm going to help you. It's just, you know, I do like to have a nice and easy time getting through everything. Okay, I decided to go against him. Sure. The saint. Drop the bitch. Drop the bitch. I think we have this under control. I think. No, don't run. You're supposed to be using... Yes, this one. He's confused. No. Whatever shall we do? No pen. No, that's not good. Jesus Christ. I guess you could say it's always nice when it's over.
I hear you.
But yes, become very much better. Become good enough that I can just sit around and relax and build up my little economy. And help you when you're getting into the most troublesome situation that is going to come along anyway. Okay.
You be right screwed.
Yes, if that is explodey shit and you shoot it at close quarters, then yeah.
That's me too, man.
But has a tendency to make things bad. What else do we have here? Small grooves run the length and breadth of this altar, directing the flow of blood towards a central channel. Nah, sounds like bloody fucking sacrifices all over the place.
What for, Cap?
But I think we actually have seen everything. I'm pretty sure actually that we have seen everything down here. I guess we can go back up again. I'm pretty sure we will revisit this place later on as part of the main quest, because there is an Nara thing just sitting here, staring at us angrily, going like, you're not supposed to be here yet. Not that that has ever stopped us.
I don't be supposing we could blow it up. My fingers be fat and furry.
I don't know why he's so fucking annoying with his fucking fat fingers. That annoying little bitch he is. Seriously, I missed my grieving mother. She was such a nice little one. A lot better of a cipher than this one. This one is just annoying. Most of the time. And us, what can we do? There's nothing else. Yeah, well then I guess it's time to deal with this particular nasty room full of traps that are going to murder me. Oh boy, it's gonna be fun. Oh, we get a nice little new vision. Game is like, I'm gonna give you a vision now. And then it's like, no, I don't. Oh, that again. We already saw this.
Hell, she came after me.
What a sloppy way of doing it.
Aye, aye, aye.
Not any little cunts. Come inside here.
Right.
And you failed. Okay, which means we need to sneak.
What got that poor soul? Let's not let it get out.
I'm pretty sure what got this soul is, you know, the fucking traps all over the place. You know, the ones I'm just looking at, those fucking traps. Yes, precisely.
Keep your weather eye open.
And another hidden room, at least a hidden room full of stuff. Resistance to dexterity afflictions. Quotidian idol is unfamiliar to you. One of carvings along the offering bowl suggests it was once revered. Well, but I was once revered, so, you know, that's not really saying much.
Captain.
All the way back, you know, the good old I watch. I was something of a hero myself. Back in those days. Please tell me that you actually avoid... Please tell me that you can actually avoid the traps. My god. For a second I was like, well... Now let's see my teen companions die all over the fucking place while being idiots. You do know that this is a fucking RPG game, you know, without the necessary levels. I kinda get murdered. This place has already lied to me quite a few times actually, because, well, it was like, okay, no problem, just, you know, basically precisely your level, and then you go inside and you're like, okay, now I'm meeting things that are at least 4 levels above me. That's going to hurt like a bitch. It did. It hurt like a bitch. And I'm absolutely sure that we will have to come back to this place at some point. This feels like a quest area, and I don't have any quests for this yet, but it feels like it. And then, where's my ship? There's my ship. A little sloop. And, well, I guess considering the fact that we are running out of drinkable things fast. Oh shit, there's some flotsam down there. I would really like to get that flotsam, but there's a storm. You know, we need to most definitively equip something nice and drinkable. Royal that fact. Yeah, that's not going to help me at fucking all. Drink, drink, drink. I mean, we do have some milk, I guess. Yeah, yes, and technically speaking, we also have ale, which is going to do good things for the morale. But seriously, you can't have any nice and relaxed fun now, can you? At least not without getting murdered. You... Okay. I shall check that out as soon as I'm done here. Don't you worry. I kinda had a bit of a hectic few days, you know, which kinda screwed with my checking on things. It's one of the most busiest seasons around Christmas, which kinda, you know, screws with my my personal scheduling somewhat fierce. But yes, I will look at it very, very soonish. Don't you worry. It's actually a good thing, as long as it's somewhere where I usually look, like on the Discord. I will probably look at it sooner or later. But first, it's game time. Game time needs to be done, because game time is important. I see things. I see great many things. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh boy. Nekataka is really far away, isn't it? Well, not that far away, that is. Not that far away at all, I'd say. Oh well, at least we're getting closer. Closer indeed. Yeah, but since there's a village here, yeah, let's actually see if we can't buy ourselves some water or something. Also maybe, you know, selling a few of my goods so we can get some money, because I'm actually not that rich. At the moment, that is. I will be rich soon. Soon. But yes, this is the start of every RPG ever. It takes a while.
A ship! I am saved!
You don't know me, do you? The dwarf fends himself with a dish rack. His face is dark and shiny with exertion. Red colors white crescents on his shirt. He looks at you like a drowning man would look at dry land.
Weeks I've been stranded here. The Valiant Trading Company sends no one. Unless...
Yeah, no. He squints at you, dabbing his brow feverishly with a corner of the rack. Granted, you do know this is a settled island.
By whose standard do you call this settled?
My own standard, mind you. With an anxious swallow, he glances over his shoulder at a sleepy, ramshackle village. His gaze darts from one grass-thatched hut to another, as if expecting some unspeakable horror to emerge. You were saying?
Nekosi, this tribe rattles my last nerve. I only tarry here because my shipmates went to Pococohara to search for Luminazadra.
He brushes an insect off his sleeve. Also, Pococohara, that's where we just were.
I worry that Ruano, the local chieftain, gave Captain Bez and my crewmates a false lead.
Well, I sure hope she didn't pay for this information
I
then.
think not. The chieftain will stitch us new sails if it carried my captain's good favor. Ruano was the last to speak with the captain before she set sail. He squats in the hut northeast of that pitiful market. I would have joined her, but my stomach... something did not agree. Now it is weeks since they should have returned. I'm only the galley, not a search party.
And now we got me smug asshole about it going like, Vector. Isn't a valid name. Actually, it's not even a name. It's a thing. A vector is a thing.
Bargroon. My grandparents gave up their nomadic ways when they moved to the republics.
And they called you something mathematical because
But I
they
see
hate
the
you?
appeal of staying in one place, one safe place.
I imagine the company will pay a bounty, most nicely. Forward of the expedition.
You would search for them? Agrasima.
Well, yes, as long as I get paid, I'm be willing to do pretty much anything.
Payment is assumed with the company. They are quick to buy what they do not have.
Nice. So, what has you
When we
so
landed on
edge?
Tikawara, the chieftain gave us a welcome feast for the dukes. We feasted, danced, drank, and slept, only so we could feast,
Oh boy.
dance, and drink more.
So, you were awfully busy for a man claiming to be ill.
Percon plankanet, music and ale are medicine for the soul. Even so, they did nothing to soften Anaharu. He said we had come to rob and plunder. He and Nairi turned the villagers against us.
Well, I mean, you probably did actually come to plunder their natural resources and stuff, so they're not actually wrong.
After that, we slept on the boat and took turns watching the shore. Except for me. I had to rest and recover, of course.
Basically, you're the most useful idiot they had around, and the most useless guy on the boat, so, well...
But in the early hours, our lookout saw Ruano and Anaharu disappear together.
Yeah, that's a
I am
go.
sure I do not know.
Well,
All I heard was that they left the village, and by the afternoon, only Ruano returned. Now, no one here will even talk of Anaharu. Suspicious, no?
it is indeed somewhat suspicious, actually.
Our captain was eager to leave before the winds changed again.
You mentioned
The
Nairi.
priestess? She imagines me in the jaws of our fish goddess. I know it.
Jesus Christ, you have a very positive outlook on life, my little dwarf.
She lurks in the shrine next to that awful statue. I cannot stand her wicked looks, but if she does not scare you, then maybe you talk to her.
I just met a fucking giant Adra statue and, you know, beat it to dust. I'm pretty sure I'm not that afraid of a little priestess.
The captain left all but the essentials with me. I have sustained myself trading with the villagers. Ecosi, but I'm almost out of ale.
How horrible. You have water. You have lot picks. How much money do I have? 1,400. I actually made some nice money, apparently, when I wasn't looking. I have some nice equipment there. Sadly, we are not really at the point yet where we can reasonably afford much. We have an S-lot of exceptional great swords. I mean, the good thing is, if we sell them, we can get some nice money out of that. Yeah, I kind of figured that would be an S-lot. It was more than I expected. Hey, and this is how you get filthy rich in 20 easy steps. Now, first, let's sell all of the nonsense and make ourselves a nice amount of money. Shit. Kind of feels like this was the wrong way around, but oh well, I guess it has worked. Let's actually take that back. Oh yeah, because you're... yes, because you're an idiot game. I hate it when it does that. Because instead of, you know, putting it back into the stash where you took it from, when you actually take it back from here, it puts it in the party inventory. Please don't ask me why it does that. Just does it. Such a pain in the ass. Now, you, and a few. I will say, we have made a fine amount of money for the moment. Shut up. So, where actually? No. Let's put all of it into the stash. So it's actually where it belongs.
He's at the trading point. No sign of my ship.
Shut up. We need to do some business. I have not yet allowed you to walk away. Selling shit. Fine breastplate. Not bad at all, actually. Slash, shock damage, and base of 8. Tempting. Tempting indeed. But money needs to be made. Let's not sell that yet. Okay, then let's buy a bit in the way of good old-fashioned heart attack, because that keeps people going. Water, lots of water. Yeah, you're actually right, it is rather light, isn't it? A very Merry Christmas! No, it's gonna be Merry now. You have decided, I shall just live with that now. Yes, a very Christmassy and a very Merry Christmassy is that to you too. A little strategy, mamba. Drivers. Pickaxe. How are you these days? Feeling good? Having a nice Christmas on your own end? Do tell. Do tell indeed. What? You want money off me? You monster. Well, I guess since I actually do need I do need some things. Yes, mostly money. But I also need things for my ship and stuff, so, you know, I'm willing to pay somewhat. Just somewhat, though. Oh, it's an abandoned cat. Let's pick it up.
For what do you follow me?
Ronge keeps his hands at his eyes, breathing heavily all the while. It would be scary. Imagine looking at this guy standing in front of you going like, I would be like, okay, I'm going the other way now. See you soon. You seem awfully nervous. Something the matter?
Can a weaver not soak his feet in the cool sand?
What is that? Let me see what's happened here. Oh, what is that, actually? That's the new one, isn't it? Ooh. You wanna give me an early Christmas present, aren't you? 5 whole euros. Jesus Christ, man, that's very, very generous of you, actually. I was not expecting anything. This fine evening. Thank you, my dude. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. I'll wish you, especially, you know, a very, very nice Christmas. You see, I always think to myself, it's not really about the amount, actually. It's about the willingness to actually give anything away for free. You don't have to. That's actually, you know, a choice you have to make for yourself. So if you give anything, even if it's just, you know, like a cent, basically, that would still be a nice gesture, wouldn't it be? So that needs to be appreciated. That's actually something my grandparents taught me very, very much. If something does something nice to you, you have to be appreciative of it. Indeed. Money is just money. Money can buy a lot of things. Time, fun, in some cases even, you know, people in the farthest sense, because, well, you basically can buy their time, so you can buy them for different things. The most basic idea would be work, in this case. But yes, indeed, money is, in the end of the day, just money. And money that is not used for anything is nothing. Indeed, it does not. It actually does not.
Our village has troubles, Akira. I go here to set mine afloat on Ngati's back.
Indeed, it is not. Sadly, however, people are somewhat difficult. And that's like somewhat gets confused when money is involved. Money or other riches, like jewelry. It always gets people so confused. Well then, what can I do here? Oh, I can intimidate him. Tell me what's going on before I drown you. In a tight pool, apparently. Looking at you, his mouth falling open. First it seems like he's going to protest, but then he simply hangs his head in surrender.
Makumu accused Tamao of stealing Koiki fruit. The fruit which I stole.
No problem. You do that. Have a nice rest, little strategy member, and yeah. Thanks again. Very, very nice of you. Have a nice few, you know, Christmassy days, and have some fun. Very important. And of course, have a good night's rest. Nothing better there.
Ruanu would have us waste our last Koiki on a ceremony to the gods. I say the seeds must be harvested and planted.
Okay.
So I hide them by the shore, where the sun warms the sand just so. And I wait.
Storing fruit in a moderate heat source. Not a bad way to use the seeds open.
Akira, do you cultivate?
No, but one of my team members is very good at it, apparently.
Koiki is tough, stubborn. It does not surrender without a fight. I let Amira's hot breath warm the heart of the seeds and tell them to grow.
Okay, so why actually just go out of your way to frame somebody? Why not explain it to the chieftain?
Ruanu would not understand. A Kuaru like me is no farmer. It is not my place to decide what is harvested.
Oh yeah, systems like that. What a pain in the ass.
But if I can spring life from the Koiki seeds, then we have a chance to feed the tribe on a new crop.
Oh boy. Well, either he's a genius or he's an idiot. One of the two will be direct. Because, there's a reason why we don't just randomly start harvesting new things, usually. Take, for example, the humble potato. It's a very humble little thing. Very good eating. But also, technically speaking, poisonous. So, you know, there's a reason for why we don't just randomly start dealing with fruits that we are not fully understanding. If you do it wrong, you could potentially poison your whole tribe to death. Even with the best intentions. Something to think about.
What tribe still lives by the time the fruit grows?
Tamao is an innocent man after all, you know.
What say? He has stolen, insulted us.
Yeah, it could happen.
Insults of the gods.
I mean, think about it, you know. Let's say you think yourself a smart idea, though you're not technically in the farmer class, so to speak. So you come up with this nice idea with a nice new fruit that you cultivate it and you start spreading it all over the place. And then later on you learn that your people apparently cannot stomach it and they all get sick, so all of the work stays undone and, you know, winter comes and people die. Congratulations, you just fucked everything. You are an idiot.
He is no innocent, I say. If birthing a new crop of Koiki means his sacrifice, even Ngati would forgive this.
Yeah, but maybe I wouldn't. Who knows?
Akira, but say nothing. If Ruana takes back the Koiki, we will grow nothing else in time to sustain the tribe.
Well, I will at least consider. But what do I get for my silence?
I have carried these since I sold baskets to the Valians.
Money, you say?
I beg of you, for the good of the tribe, let Tumau meet the gods that the rest of us might eat again.
To be fair, as long as he is willing to compromise. Money? What do you mean money? As in a concept? As in what money are we using in this game? You have to, use a few more words there because I can't follow.
Quit your chirping. I have no fish for you. Full tides.
Yes, to you too. Tides indeed. The fisherman lowers his head in greeting and wipes his hand on his sarong, which is mottled with fish guts. He doesn't meet your gaze. Why are those Laguathef caged?
and the other Mataru found them when they explored the island.
He looks at the creatures with mingled trepidation and disgust. They bat a teeth in response. It's like you stare at them with hatred and they stare at you with hatred. What were you expecting? Flies buzzing around the clouded, gunky eyes and the dull pitches in their scales.
Said maybe we train them to build. And if the soil and sea are misers here, then we eat them.
Okay. They don't look much appetizing. The descent begins to drift slowly toward his weapon. You exit your companion impatiently, glancing toward the sea with an air of mild impatience. So, what can you tell me about
The high
Tikawara?
tide is stingy with fish, and the low tide even more so.
And why the fuck are you even living here, you idiots? It's like, we live on this island. For what reason? Well, actually no reason. We don't even can reasonably feed ourselves, but well. Well, for some mystical reason, we feel the need to stay here.
Oh, filthy lizards. Even here I always smell them.
Talking to me? One stands outside the half-finished building, arms crossed, as if in protest of any shelter it might offer. She looks like she's scolding. Scars on her face make it hard to tell. Okay.
An outsider in Tiquara? Who are you, stranger?
I am God. Hands raised toward a height belt, hinged tightly about her waist. I'm quite literally just passing through though.
I tell Ranga Ruano that the stench of Tiquara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
What the fuck are you talking about, you?
I speak of the Lagufath.
Uh-huh.
There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
They are just beasts, of course they would. They cannot try to stay alive. It's like having monkeys around. Ah, fucking monkeys. Okay, sorry. Oh, what do we have here? I can tell it's a bot, isn't it? Honestly, what has happened the last few days? Bots have been active like fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. Give me a second while I take care of this nonsense. Come here, little bot. There. Go away.
Yeah, but how could you say no to those little faces?
Aw, they're there. You know, when you're hungry and they start stealing your shit.
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses. I push the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here.
The living lands. It's like, the young vermin are a delicacy in some of the tribes.
Akira, we've considered many alternatives to Koiki.
Yeah, maybe try eating them.
A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hoina Ravine, so I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head. It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath?
I'll consider
Keep
it.
your eyes and ears open. The brood is daring when the mother is close. I'll have that fish woman's head mounted in my hut before long.
Isn't that going to smell even worse? As long as you don't know how to properly prepare them. You know, taking a trophy is nice and dandy, but if you don't know how to actually do the taxidermy to actually, preserve it, that's going to rot. Oh well. What are you doing with this shipwreck?
Ranga wanted a trading post. He said it will bring more Valians like the sweaty dwarf. Then they will bring food and supplies and their sweaty money.
Yeah, but you know, so even if the money is sweaty, that's still money. So, what do you care? What's wrong with
Always
that?
I stand here. This is no job for the Mataru. We hunt, fight, and lead.
Yeah, but that means you're basically just, you know, Stone Age people. Get some trading done, please. Yes. So aren't you hunting or
What is
fighting?
there to hunt on this heap of rock and moss? No game. Only Lagofath skulking in Hoina
Hey, my
Ravine.
previous point about the fucking question of why the fuck would you insist on settling here then if you fucking don't have any food on the island, you
Even the
mongoloids.
antelope know there is no fit home. The grasses
Ah,
are thin and the trees are like a child's bones. Small and soft.
yes, small and soft. Like your brain.
Even to build this, we must hike up the mountain for wood.
I need a
You'll
place to
never
rest.
meet a more welcoming tribe. See? The villagers brawl for the honor of your visit.
That's all. Well, don't care. Jesus fucking Christ, you want 800 fucking coins? Let's take the gentle breeze because fuck you, that's a lot of money just for staying and sleeping. Jesus Christ. Ah. Okay, let's not outright steal from them because I think that's going to piss them off and I kinda want to avoid
I could
that.
never eat a dwarf. For what? Play along. I choose the belly, rich and fatty. We are Raparu, you fools. We would only get the
Mm.
between his toes.
Apparently, yes, interesting.
Rowena was wise to bring us here. A year, and still foreigners never attack.
But our food dwindles. Better to die fighting than starving.
It's like, yes, nobody takes us here, yes, because your place in the world, your piece of land is worth precisely nothing. That's the whole point. Cinderella woman rests her elbow on the drum, like it's the only thing keeping her upright. She pets the hide skin. The percussion no more effortful than a sigh. She opens her eyes at your approach. What do you do? Then she gives you a drum of pair of prick taps. They have been an introduction. Maybe. So, what do you do here? Executing her movements, she shields her eyes and scans the horizon. She points off at the distance, kicks her legs up with youthful glee, and pretends to pound on a drum with wild, enthusiastic beats. Bringing she lets her hand fall to her side once again. So you're basically an alarm system for when ships approach. And you speak. She tilts her head to the side and beckons you to look closer. The angle and shape look like the mark of a boar's tusk. She raises one finger and points down to a dried hoof, mounted to her belt. She makes a gesture of pulling back and releasing a bowstring several times in rapid succession. Grinning, she snaps her fingers, leans once more against the drum with a satisfied sigh. Tap on it. You play a short, hesitant beat. She bites the inside of her cheek, considers before drumming a quick response with her knuckles. I think she beats a harder, faster rhythm, with Speck grinning at you. I'll play something together then. She places her hand on her hip, skeptical as you start to build up a rhythm. Eventually, she bobs her head and smiles a little wider. She eases in closer, your shoulders touching, and beats on the drum fast enough to build tempo without outpacing you. Her rhythm response changes the tune, introducing complexity while keeping the spirit of the original alive. She closes her eyes and sways in place. The flow of her movements make the beat look effortless, but her arms are a constant blur. In the village below, heads begin to bob. Her brows momentarily relax. Finally, she breaks the rhythm and steps back, shaking out her arm, sucking in deep breaths. She tips right to you, gratitude and recognition mingling with her exhaustion. Apparently she just likes to play the drums. I mean, that's okay as far as I'm concerned. No reason to be an asshole about it. Time to look through the last few things. And I can't steal from you. Okay. Damn it.
Ah, welcome to
Now Moore huddles in close conversation with the warriors next to him, whispers in a low, stern voice. He looks happy as fuck. Look at him. Look at his smiley face. He's like, oh yes, I'm so pleased. And on drugs. No sooner do you catch his eye than he grins wide enough to stretch every muscle in his face.
Greetings, friend.
Greetings!
Always an honor to
But are you
receive
gay?
guests.
It's greetings. Not greetings. Maybe somewhat gay, I will have to admit. I understand a Valiant expedition came through here.
Akira, and I expect many trading company boats to follow it. I would shower you with the fruit of our harvest, but the season is unkind, I say.
Oh well.
Pokokahara is restless. Even from afar, the storms tear our bounty up by the root and chase fish to calmer shores.
Well, actually came from Pokokahara.
Say, could this be? The Valians went to Pokokahara for luminous Ardra, but their expedition does not return. As the storms grow wild, Tikawara dies around us. No traveler will land here if they are forced to eat their belts, I say.
Well, then why not move the tribes elsewhere?
In our old villages, we were raided by pirates, stolen by slavers, and killed by Rawatayan scouts.
You're making a good argument there.
So I brought them here, where the soil is too poor for koiki fruit and the water's too shallow for great fish.
Yeah, but it sounds like death in more steps, basically.
At least we are in the path of Valian traders as they come and go. This is protection, prosperity, a future.
Also, how is Pokokahara causing
You
storms?
are new to the islands. I would not expect you to know of these things.
Yeah, but I already was there, and there was nothing there that looked like it would make storms.
Our ancestors told of luminous Ardra, the bones of the dead fire, breaching through the sands of Pokokahara.
It does, it does.
Ngati raises her watery fist in defense of the Ardra. Valian or Huana, it is nothing to her who suffers in the wake of such anger.
It is highly unusual for Ardra to impact its environment as you describe.
Maybe that is for what the Valians find it so fascinating. Their captain brushed off my tails like the buzzing of gnats.
Well, I hope there was a con for you.
Akira, as do I, friend.
Well, I made it to the entrance to Pokokahara, but I can't get inside.
Here, this was a token passed down from the Rankas, said to come from Pokokahara in brighter days.
Oh, the spiral key, I see. This looks like a
Uzuma
seashell.
snail, a foul thing, yes? They eat for the dead faster than Tangaloa, I say.
Is that supposed to be
It
joking?
is nothing the Kawaru would craft. The ancestors and their hobbies. If you need aid, Himurihi's warriors need only someone to bark commands and they will go.
So where could I find
The Valians
supplies?
left many crates with the dwarf. He hoards them by the beach.
An annoyance flickers across his face, but it's gone as quickly as a ripple on the water. He's like, "Gosh, don't fucking draft." No problem.
But we never refuse a guest. If you need sleep, Himuihi will show you all the villages contending for the honor of your visit. And if you need strong Mutaru warriors to fight at your side, then Himuihi can help you with this also. She guards the trading post.
Well, tell me about your tribe
The
then.
village here is young still, but we will grow when the Valians come. That is for what we build many houses now, even a trading post. We make Tikawara pleasing to the Valians. Then when they come for Pokokahara, they build their harbor here. They must.
You don't seem to mind the Valiant influence here then.
Some tribes push foreigners away, but it is good to have powerful friends.
Powerful friends have a way of extracting costly favors, don't they?
Yeah, oh boy, do they.
If the Valians come, they will build an outpost here in Tikawara. And then we will have more to trade with outsiders than just Rongi's mats. With coin comes protection, friendship. A favorable arrangement for both sides, I say.
Now you're always this friendly.
You sure you want to question that? We never get nice ones like this.
I say that in Tikawara there is always a spot around the fire and...
The gurgle river beats from the stomach of the god standing next to Ruama. He grimaces and places his hand over his belly as if to muffle the sound. Naranga shoots him a withering glare.
And a koiki in every hand. Speak on, friend.
The quickie in everyone's hand, apart from the guys starving to fucking death. As in your closest guards. Always such a strange quinky ding, isn't it? Well then, let's explore the rest of the wetting, shooty, swation feet.
Don't worry. The vision's past.
Oh, what have you seen? Death, destruction, the end of the world again. Ah, Kitty, I know you're hungry, but you need to be careful. You have just managed to I've set your stomach somewhat fierce. As such,
The village starves, and you hide Kowiki fruit?
I hide nothing, you bloated pufferfish. Traitor! Gatty's jaws will close around you.
Gatry's not gonna be pleased.
Confess, Tamao, or will you let good food rot?
A young warrior's forehead is furrowed with lines, heated with respiration. He stands over a man bound to a
Does
pole.
mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Well, he makes a good point.
Disgrace. Any other Raparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain.
Watcher, we can't just let this injustice stand. Do something, or I might.
Don't worry, I
You
intend
do?
to.
I mean, of course you do.
You know. Now shut up and let big man do the talking here.
I say, this
That's the
outsider
woman.
speaks her mind like a Mataru. Another outsider. You visit Tikawara in hungry times.
Well, I do.
What do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes?
I take it he's done something wrong.
Keho caught this wretch stealing the last of the Kowiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony.
I stole no Kowiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces.
He's done this
Lied and
before.
stolen? Akira, when we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt. I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire.
Well, what say you,
I
Tamao?
say I deserve what others have in plenty. Shade, a full belly, a moment to kneel on cool sands.
Yeah, but why would you deserve
We
it?
stopped being a tribe when Ruanu dragged us into the path of the outsiders. Now we can only save ourselves.
Well, and so egoism and, well, I guess capitalism and consumerism has found you.
You shame us, Tamao. To return in your next life as a coconut crab would be too kind.
So what was this Koiki
We would have eaten the
ceremony?
last of the Kowiki as a tribe. This way we give our thanks to Kahopa, the eel of life. Now this cannot happen. Our harvest fails because this one puts his empty stomach higher than the gods.
Isn't it traditional to eat the whole fruit, seeds and all?
Akira, just so. To consume the fruit, seeds, and all. This is how we pray to Kahopa for bounty.
Would it make things better if I had some spare Koiki fruit?
I say, missing food is not the problem. Tamao betrays the tribe, dishonors the Raparu, denies all of us Kahopa's mercy.
So who's that Kopa? Is that probably that recent giant frog thingy?
And
Why
he
not?
will
Just when he
surely wash back into our nets as a mudfish in the next life if he does not tell us where the Kowiki fruit is.
So you have your guilty man. What's to be done?
Keho's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
Tamao spits, but without the forward momentum. Yes, that is a word. It just dribbles on his chin.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine.
Whisper a good word in your Rangasi and I'll consider it.
Akira, you would do this? I say, our Ranga will until the Kowiki is found. I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel. You are free to question him in your custom, I say. And Peheko, he tarries often by the beach. Then you must speak with the Ranga. His lodge Nairi also knows much. Nairi, she tends the shrine in the northwest part. I am a warrior. Like, we have little reason to fight on Tikawara. Except when the
Funny thing I learned about Grog back on a sorcerer. It be birthing up quarrels as often as it be burying them.
Well, yeah, that is actually
But these are only
true
small
for
fights,
alcohol in general.
not like it was on the island we left before, when the pirates,
The slavers.
slave. But what did I say? Tikawara does not give in abundance, but there are worse things, Akira.
I mean, you know, that's actually part of the
So
problem.
you're saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Malnage. She's a cipher like you, ain't she? Only older.
Bitch, please, beaten.
Had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention being made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I like your style, kid.
I will admit that was a fun conversation. These woven from Kaora reeds, a hardy but flexible material, smelling of sea salt. Great. What is not smelling of sea salt on this island? I think not much. I've lived at the sea for a while. I mean, not at the sea as in directly at the sea, but close enough that I was like, yes, smells salty.
What say, friend?
You get tired after a while. What do you do
I
here?
weave baskets of mats, strong and soft, just as my mother's cousin taught me. In the afternoon, I will go to the trading post to sell them. Of course, all that I earn goes back to the Ranga first. This is price share.
A Huana term referring to the distribution of wealth. Okay, price share?
Akira, we trust in our Ranga to dispense our food, goods, and coin to the tribe.
It's an interesting
The
concept.
Raparu get the
Sounds
best of
very
all.
communism-like.
The Raparu share what is left among themselves.
So what do you do
I
here?
weave baskets in the afternoon, of course. All the Akira, what?
Okay, so basically, you have nothing to say apart from that. You're not an important guy. Well, we could solve the problem with the thing, I guess.
I've noticed you seem to be frequently at odds with others in your order.
Some of my brethren don't understand why I gotta do what I do. But I'm not beholden to them.
I can
Statue depicts a voluptuous woman with the head of an anglerfish. The paint is thick as freshly applied. Oh yeah, I guess that could be tits, technically speaking. Why would you do this to a statue? I mean, I've heard of fertility goddesses that they have a bit of a, you know, a Rubens body, which is all nice and dandy. But at least they're human, you know? We tend to look for humane gods, not creepy creatures. Not so much, at least. Well, yes, since we don't really have much of an option, we're going to look around the island now. Find out what's around. The scent comes upon you gradually as you travel. Smells of the kitchens of Ketnua, of honey, cinnamon, and fresh bread. Of meals shared with those now absent. Off the path you catch a glimmer of movement. Something large and bulbous steers beyond the trees. Sneak closer. You fail. Near the center of a nearby clearing stands a Dillimgan, tending to a large spore. The Dillimgan seems formed of the living tropics, with vibrant flowers cresting red. The shape suggests that of an elf, replete with pointed ears. The game looks up as you enter the clearing, eyes widening slightly as you take you in. She takes a few steps to the side before reaching a protective hand to rest upon the large spore. Her attention remains on you. Like the cup that knows no better, you tread where others fear. Her voice rumbles like a falling tree limb. Tell us why. Beg of you, Lilith bastards, I'll turn you to firewood. Yeah, let's not examine the spore. I failed. Yeah, it's a pretty big mushroom. What a fine lady like herself doing in a dark wood like this. A quiet droning like that of a beehive begins somewhere nearby. Do not trifle with us, kid. Back off. Startled, her eyes widen as she takes a step back. With a last fugitive glance at the spore, she turns and flees you. The dang spore begins to quiver as the first comes alive. Is this gonna be combat? I didn't want it to do this combat-like. I just kinda wanted her to back off because she was a bitch. She's like, don't trifle with us. I don't trifle with people. I am fucking God. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Okay, see how they actually split up. Not badly, actually. Rum bum bum. I want some tentacles, please. Tentacles! Tentacles! Yes. I think the only thing I regret is that I don't have any direct control any longer. And I missed that. From the first Pillars of Eternity, that was great. Great fun. Bum, 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 bum. Some of those spells. I do like that most of the spells are still there, like we know them, but the way they have changed around a bit is kinda okay-ish, but also somewhat annoying. Just a little bit annoying. Also, it's a dank spore. And don't you forget it. It's absolutely dank. Yes, fuck.
What can I do you for? Leave it to me.
You can do me under the covers of the next best bet, but well, thanks for asking anyway. I don't know why we actually, you know, murdered the poor little thing that the Delmagan was so protective of. I guess the point is we have done it now, so, you know. How am I even so... okay, I guess I can just pass over here. Yes, I can. I was like, how am I even going to go over there? And I was like, okay, yeah, that kinda, yeah. That's probably it. Okay, so let's ignore this encounter and be like, yes, I'm also a bit of a dick to that woman, that plant woman, so, well, I guess technically speaking it's a monster more than a woman, so I guess I can somewhat argue my way out of it. We go like, yes, she has nothing to say. Absolutely not. So we need to kind of think about how we deal with the, well, the problem in the village now. It's a very sad search. School of Blessing. Sigil of Atrophy. Wardstone. Oh, right, those Wardstones. You can use those against those fucking thingies. Which are a bit annoying. There seems to be a common encounter down here. I'm assuming this is where the Lagua Fef or whatever they're called are based. So that's probably where the Broodmother is. For the moment, the Boa Hiker Pass seems a lot more pleasant of a goal. So I claim. The rumbling reaches your ears first, a low growl from the land, before being pierced by the cry of a distant bird. The ground sets to vibrating beneath your feet, the growing roar of a stampeding beasts echoing around you. You crest your eyes to find that the stampede has passed, now only a rumbling cloud in the distance. As the dust settles, you note that a few of the boar remain, fallen and still, with large feathered darts protruding from their fur. Approach openly, I don't give a fuck. You pick your way down the rise and approach the downed boars. They seem to be breathing, a bit shallowly. You are not sure how long they have before they meet the wheel. It's like, yes, be perceptive about it. That seemed to be from some of the Lagua Fef that haunt this island. It's like the only moments before they descend for the kill. Grab the baby boy flea. Draw your weapons and prepare for battle. The darts seem to be from some of the Lagua Fef that haunt the island. Yes. You spin on your heel at the sound of flapping feet, that is staring down a group of Lagua Fef hunters. With a gurgled hissy, they advance upon you, and they shall die, gurgling evermore. Why, you might wonder? Because we have better weapons, and probably higher level. Also, I hope, otherwise this is going to be somewhat dreadful. Okay, Chief Echoing Strike is kind of a bit higher level than us. And they have a mage. Well, fuck. Okay. If there's any lesson to be remembered, somewhat brutally, obviously, deal with the mages first. It's an old saying, mind you, but a true saying. As there have been no second. Okay. Where's my tentacles? Yes, please. Summon the most evilest of tentacles. Now there's another mage. And it would very much find it pleasant if you could deal with that. Yes, do your projection thing. See, sometimes the AI is smart and it's like the AI has a very good idea of what I actually wanted to do. And other times it's like the AI is lacking some very, very basic understanding of what I wanted to do. Bam. Tentacle power. Saving the day once again. Now, we just need to wait until that thing is dealt with. Oop. Nice. Ah, tentacles, I missed you. I'm pretty sure at some point I will actually now name a few episodes like this and people are gonna be like, what the fuck, why is he talking about tentacles? Is the Shanta I've heard so much about? I'll be sitting there like, yes. Actually, this is the same map we were on already, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I get it. You kind of want to reuse your assets a bit. You know, basically the same map, different enemies. I get it. It's not the finest of methods you can use, but honestly, in the long run, it saves you money. Let me think about it. You know, every map that you move on has to be made by someone. So, you know, why not just change the color scheme or the, you know, the weather effects on it a bit and reuse your assets a bit. Especially, you know, because every bloody last thing costs money. So you can't really blame them, you know. They can look years away for a bit, as long as you don't make a habit of it. Like some people do. I mean, you can reuse your areas a bit, just don't overdo it. Otherwise it's gonna get, you know, really, really annoying. For the poor people who have to watch that nonsense. Let me guess, I can't just... You know. I was kind of like, maybe I could just sneakily, you know, go over and take it. I cannot. But then, the Chochina Chavin shall be our next goal on this nice little island. We found a major island, actually, now that I think about it. None of that while we are still on our way to Nikata. Is that actually Nikata? I think it is Nikata. Let's hope it is. I'm not just having insulted all of the Huana or whatnot living there. I see it. I was like, I see a trap.
I saw him first.
No, you don't. No, you do. Now then.
What can I do you for? Wrong side. This ends here.
Go, 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 go. There's a mage. Well, I mean, technically speaking, there are two mages. Ouch. 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 You fucking asshole. That hurts. I really do mean that hurts. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All things considered, they do know how to make damage really, really hurtful. It kinda has to do with the fact that mages are very, very dangerous damage dealers, you know, given half a chance. This driftwood frame is struck with bones and seashells. They tinkle in the breeze. It's... Yeah, I kinda figured it would be something like this. There are gonna be more of them. Oh boy. Where are my tentacles? Ouch. Stop attacking, you. Jesus Christ, you fucking bastards.
Hey, we had some good times.
Oh boy. And he's down like a bitch. Those mages really do an awful lot of damage. I'm just going to point that out, you know? Come on, come on. Tentacles, I pay you quite literally to deal with this nonsense. Do it, please. If you actually get back up again, would you please heal yourself first? You idiot. He's like, yes, I'm back up again. Maybe do it after you have healed yourself a bit.
That's very helpful. Oh, come on.
Come on, indeed.
Beyond seek.
No pen. Yes. Yep.
Go on, I'll whoop the next one of you who takes aim at me.
What do you need?
Many things. Mostly money. That goes a long way.
Of course.
It's mine. Now.
But at least he's smart enough to fucking cut the line without triggering the trap. I guess that's something at least. Jesus Christ though. Oh look, another trap. How surprising. What is actually going to be down here? Assuming up is the way to go forward. Bold assumptions, I know.
Be ready.
Well, an assassin vine. That
showing them the line,
sounds pleasant. Sick.
Tread cautiously.
Okay. I see something that is quite literally a mage.
Can't move.
Let's deal with the mage first, shall we? Because for some mystical reason, I can already foretell you that that's gonna be where it's at. You. Of course, we don't have that available to us. Great. Yeah, that's not going to help overly much, I assume. Oh, it's not that yet. Okay, that was my mistake, I will admit. Ouch. Stop doing that. Like, penetration doesn't work that way. Okay, game. I really don't have any of the good options available to us right now.
After him.
Give me some more healing. And honestly, probably not a bad idea to get myself the healing circle going.
I need some help here. Beyond seek.
Are you still in the circle? I think you are still somewhat in the circle. Let's just hope.
What do you need?
Okay, that was a lot more
Of course.
than I had actually bargained for. You find an old stone cover, pitted and mottled by long exposure to the elements. The lid is cracked, but thick. Woody vines like giant fingers hold it in place. First things first, let's get everybody in here, because I'm pretty sure I'm strong enough to just deal with that. Have someone pull the vines away. You rip the tendrils off the chest. Vines hungrily creep up to entangle it again, but you tear them faster than they can grow back. In the midst of all of this, you're able to get the lid off the chest. I do love it when, you know, a female character looking like that has the strength to literally rip somebody's head off when they want to. Retrieve an antique bronze hatchet, pulling it from the coffer even as the veins feebly grasp at it with hungry tentacles. I have gained something, a Vion Seth. Well, nice and dandy, I suppose. Okay, up we go. More Lango Theft, I'm supposing, around. I don't think this was all we have in this village. For some mystical reason, I think so. See? I was right. Large Lagrufef, a brute mother by her size and crest, surfaces from the pool. Around her neck hangs a knotted cord strung with shiny odds and ends. She chirrups softly. So draw closer. She gurgles in agitation, but does not attack. She dives back down and disappears. You hear splashing and chattering, coming from further up the slope. Yeah, it's
Easy ahead, Cap. She ain't all teeth yet, but tides change.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that thing actually for quite a while. For obvious reasonings, I mean... The Laguafef are not the most peaceful creatures in the world. Cocking her head, the brood mother watches you and lets out an inquisitive chirrup. Chirrup at her. The brood mother stops gurgling and takes a tentative step closer, craning her neck with interest. The Laguafef peer and chirrup at you. It's like, chirrup, chirrup, chirrup.
There's a pack-hunting swamp lizard in Adir with a call like that. It normally means they have you surrounded.
I don't think they have us surrounded. I mean, we have, you know, a bit of space behind us to run away from. The young Laguafef pokes its head out from behind one of the adults and burbles happily. The adult ushers it back with a firm claw. It's like, burble, burble. Go away. This is adults talking. It looks smaller than the hatchlings in the cage, but not by much.
Oh, Anna.
Oh, you can speak. That makes you at least twice as fucking creepy. Laguafef broodmother, observing the exchange, the broodmother looks at you and lets out a plaintive cry.
Juana.
Sounds like she's trying to say Juana. Fusana. Juana? Snarls and gurgles rise in volume. The other Laguafef bare their teeth at name.
Juana.
The broodmother hisses. Right-handed warriors brandish spears, clubs, and blowguns. You hate Tijuana.
I recall when you picked up ancient Inquithin, but this?
Yeah, I'm just trying to expand my horizons, you know. The economy is like it is, so we can have, you know, expand our horizons so that we have an opportunity to get work, you know.
Hatchlings.
Chill, Dren. Tasty. She screeches. Clearing gas stiffens and then blinks rapidly as if clearing his eyes.
Cap, the scaly lass spied the Juana rounding up her pups.
Mm.
Marched them off towards the beach. Oh, condolences, ma'am.
He's very polite to that monster. Many claws tighten about weapons and tails lash in eager, hypnotic rhythm. Broodmother watches you. You can understand me. She bobs her head, chittering excitedly. Yes, I saw your hatchlings caged in the village. She screeches with emotion, rocking her whole body back and forth. Her bristling fin lashes like a blade. The other Laguafef bare their teeth even wider. Is that even possible? As they go for the Joker smile. Turning her attention from you to the formation of Laguafef, the broodmother hisses and flicks her tail, gesturing down toward the bottom of the ravine, toward the village. The other bob their heads in agreement.
Oh, Anna.
Well, I mean, I guess I could try to do something about the hatchlings. Actually, it would probably not be a bad deal, mind you, and also I can get out of this without actually having to fight, which is pleasant. So let's try it, at least, you know, let's try the diplomatic way. Stay away from the village. Maybe, potentially. Broodmother chitters and blinks at you, tilting her head this way and that. At last, she raises her head and swills to the teardrops. One by one, the other Laguafef lower their weapons and snap their jaws shut. I guess that's one way of saying we are not planning to eat you.
Please. Hatchlings.
Yes. I'm sure we can do something about this.
Oh, we gotta do it.
Well, shit, now Ida's on their side. Okay, now we actually have to do it. Because I do like Ida. He's like, oh, that's kinda cute. For a fish creature on legs on the land. Well. I mean, I guess he has decided that it would be nice.
Yourself a look at that, mate.
I see. It's actually had me somewhat surrounded. I had some mages down here. As you, if you have watched the last few combat encounters against them, mages are actually really dangerous. Which also means my mage is potentially very dangerous. Let's not steal from them. I kinda can see them, you know, getting somewhat aggressive and murdering me. Let's not. I mean, I could actually, in this situation, I could actually provoke a combat, because I could start down here and murder the mages first. So let's keep that in mind as an option. And then again, you know, mostly games reward you for actually going out of your way to avoid combat encounters and do things smartly. Quite often you find yourself getting more XP and more loot out of that, than just going for, you know, the good old-fashioned, I want to slay you now. Don't slay the dragon, lay the dragon. Was something I think a friend of mine once so nicely chirped in. As you can figure from that saying, he was playing a bard. He had quite a bit of fun with that, I remember that much. But yes, quite often the diplomatic route actually gets you more. It does take longer, however, because, you know, slaying things is usually the easy way of doing it. Yeah, save the game and make sure we are prepared somewhat well. Something about the curve of the path ahead of you gives you pause. With the obscured sight lines, you recognize this as a good site for an ambush. At the same time, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Actually, don't hear anything at all. No hum of insects, no rustling of animals. Even the air has stilled, which is a good sign that something is amiss. Because the only reason why insects start getting silent, or, well, natural sounds get disturbed, is usually because humans are close by. Or, well, in this case, I guess Kif in general. Well, we could make it athletic, or we could investigate our surroundings. As you move carefully forward, you spot a massive Lagufef slinking through the wild grove. Even crouched, the wilder towers among the tropical trees. It wears a bleached skull on its head. You decide not to risk whatever may be ahead and turn back along the road. Perhaps you can find another path to your destination. I don't think so. Honestly, I think we have to pass through here. Go on ahead, Seraphim. Seaman first, after all. Yeah, let's do it athletic-wise. A sharp intake of breath follows a quiet thump. You look toward the sound to find a feathered dart protruding from outside. The companion blinks at the projector for a moment, before tearing it free and throwing it aside. Another stumbles sideways, then points past you. This was injured. With long, flailing limbs, a colossal figure charges toward you, its bulbous eyes filled with hunger. I kinda thought that if we do it in, you know, in a very athletic way, we could avoid that, but apparently we can't. You know, doing some ninja grabbing stuff, like throwing the dart out of the air, punching it away with our shields or something. Jesus fucking Christ, he really is a skulking terror. Look at those fucking skulls above his head. This is not gonna be nice.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Yeah.
This is really not gonna go nice.
Uh-huh.
Shit. Oh, shit. Got it down. That's good. Use the fucking time to heal yourself, because fucking hell this hurts. We do have some tentacles in play now, which usually means we are on a good path. Come on, murder it, please. It is doing a somewhat horrible... Yes. Jesus Christ. You know, game, if you could give me a precise data after I have basically skulked his asshole out, like, this one is really tough, don't try to fail it outright, I would have probably avoided this for quite a while. Jesus Christ, game. Game's like, no, I'm just going to let you run into that and get murdered. Accept this with grace. Yes, I know, Kitty, I know you're hungry, but think about your stomach. I don't really, you know, am in the habit of enjoying taking care of your fucking vomit all over the place. Also, you have a tendency to vomit on my fucking carpet. You know, he could potentially just vomit on the floor. That would be okay-ish. But no, if given half a choice, he will vomit straight up on the bloody carpet. Fucking Kitty, let me tell you. He has a strange tendencies like that. Some might call it unnatural. Just a little bit. I would say that's just like, you know, like a cat. A saber. Okay. Scrolls of fire. Well, ray of fire. And, well, I guess now I kind of have to find out how to save the fucking hatchlings. This is gonna be fun. To place. Okay. I guess that's a good idea to actually sell off some more things, so we have some space in our inventory. I found a special So I think Zerafan, I don't know, is probably going to be happy about this. Whatever his name is, he's going to be happy about it. Okay, that's like worth nothing. Great game. You make me feel really special about myself. Okay. Let's just go to Achikawara. And I guess in the other case, I kind of thought about the guy. He gave us all the Quickie fruits to do the thing. Try itself as a bit of a farmer, I get it, but still, you know, lying to your folks is probably not a good way of doing it. I'm probably going to sell them out. I know, not a nice thing.
Yes, hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
Well, I found a bunch of Quickie fruit buried by the shore.
Hidden from all the sand crabs and liars, I say.
Ikira, that is no work of mine. Though I want to see you lose a finger to the crabs, digging up the rest.
She's a nice person.
I say I'm beyond finished. For this, I'll feed you to Ngati myself.
I hate to be the one to say it, but Rongi was the one who hit the Koiki.
Akira, this is true? Why would Rongi do this?
Well, he wanted the Koiki seeds to sprout and make you all in now, not starving.
What say? He thinks a weaver knows better than the Ranga what to do with our fruit? Two traitors. But only one deserves death this day.
Kinda, yeah. Resolved. Mukumar notched himself and the princess lips together. Without another word, he passes you some bottles and shells. I'm maybe just a bit too honest for my own good, and this is most definitely not a good thing, but... Well,
It is a bad omen to have a priestess so young.
one thing is, I'm not really involved, you know, with these people, apart from, you know, doing some fucking trading on one end. On the other side of the argument, if I have no motivation to lie, why should I? Oh, and don't get me started on this, he gave you some hush money. That is a whole nother, you know, cup of nonsense that we're not going to open here. Now then, let me talk about the hatchlings, please.
You need something?
I need you to free those Legathef hatchlings.
Are you crazy? Then Himwehi will go and blame me.
Who?
You see the woman at the trading post? The angry one?
Spoke to her, yes.
She will have my corpse for bait if you do this.
Why would she blame you?
She despises me. How could disaster not be my fault?
Interesting, Mel. She doesn't like you well. I mean, you look kinda scary, but okay.
Besides, the Ranga will bury her at high tide if she so much as insults you. Or any foreigner.
I see.
At least go and see her before you release her prizes. Then, maybe I find some other place to be until her anger cools.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure we can deal with this. No problem whatsoever. Now let's speak to the woman and be like, hey, I want to take those with me now. She's gonna be very pleased about this, I can already foresee.
For what do you linger here? The village is much too quiet.
Actually,
Am I a Kuaru? Do I dirty my fingers with coins 1,000 hands have touched? Never.
You know, if you don't want to touch the coins that have been touched by 1,000 hands, you can just give your coins to me. I'm pretty sure I can do something with that, and I'm not that, you know...
Go see the sweaty one, the dwarf. He washes his hands sometimes.
That's so. Don't care. Honestly, it's about, you know, trading, but well. So, release the Langwafef.
But you do not laugh. Then you do not joke.
Nope, I'm actually somewhat fucking serious.
Foolish thing?
What do we have? Intimidate. That's me. I'm not asking, I'm telling it. If you know who I am, that should be enough. Yeah, sure, let's threaten the woman. What else do we have? We have diplomacy with insight. Yeah, no, but I'm actually going for the direct way. Let's threaten her.
A tribeless wanderer who walks around acting like the Ranga.
You have clans and families. What would you do if someone catched your children? Her expression hardens.
Careful there, Cap. Slavery ain't no subject to be bordered lightly.
Then I never forgive them. We must destroy the broodmother now, before she is bolder. For what do you say this again?
You want them to leave you alone, right? To release their young and they will.
They are animals. They hunt where they smell food, and they smell food in our village.
No, I cannot talk to her. She's
If I release the
willing.
young ones, then they attack when they grow big.
I hope they don't wait that long. I want to see them attack when they're little, with those tiny claws and fish teeth.
It is like, oh yes, I want to see them going and like, meep. Looking all cute about it.
Then raise your hand to the little ones and see how they fight back.
Loudfeff are reclusive by nature. They would avoid the village if you did not have their young. You fool!
When they ran from me before, I thought it was only my weapon they feared. But suppose you are right, and I do not have to suffer their stench. Take the key then, and yell for help if anything goes wrong.
Don't worry, don't worry. At their point, a feeble in approval. He's like, yes. It has a bit of soft spot for small animals, in general speaking. I mean, you know, most people actually do. It's like, most people look at, you know, kittens and puppies and go like, oh, that's cute. Rarely do you find a case of somebody going like, yes. No. Flee, creatures, flee. Chirp.
Look out! They escape!
Ah, they just chirp. They go like, chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. Chirp into the water. Leaping from the water, the brood mother eagerly chirrups and beckons towards her hatchlings. They rally around her with unbridled joy. She hits a low-pitched warble when she sees you. The brood mother makes a show of removing her necklace and laying it out on the sand, and gesturing for you to the necklace and back again. Chirruping and waving her crest, the brood mother and the hatchlings dive back into the ocean. Bye-bye!
I hope the Lagofath do not come back.
I don't think they will. As long as they're not starving, that is. Which could happen. We found some baubles of the pin, apparently. What actually does my quest log say? Is that the ruins of Pokokohara? I guess we could go back into that, I guess. Honestly, I think that would technically not be a bad idea.
It seems the Lagofath no longer bother us. I can save my strength for a worthy fight.
I mean, they kinda only really did that because you had their young ones, which was a stupid idea to begin with. Yes, I'm gonna revisit that area once more. And I think then we're going to try and finish with Pokokahara, or whatever that island was called. Yes, I think we actually will. Because now we have that spiral key, which allows us to hopefully go in there and find something out. And yeah, I think after that I'm actually somewhat pleased and satisfied. Also, I do feel the tiredness. I mean, you know, I do like the family, and it's fun to get together, even with just the, you know, closest family members. But the whole atmosphere, the drinking, the eating, and all of that, it does kind of make you somewhat tired, I would admit. And the good thing is, that is all I have in, well, in store for Christmas this year. Thanks to Corona being a bit of a pain in the ass, most of the other folks have somewhat decided, you know, that it might actually be...
You keep the big ones distracted. I want to see if I can teach the little one to hold my pipe like he's smoking it.
Oh, there you come up with some great ideas. Yeah, that would look cute as fuck. I think, if I wouldn't be very much afraid that he would destroy it, I would actually try to get Kitty to a position where it looks like he's, you know, sleeping with my pipe in hand, and make a photo of it, because that would actually be awesome as fuck. Cocking head, she broodmother watches you, lets out an inquisitive chirp. The broodmother watches you go. She's wary, but she doesn't attack. Okay, game, let's not. Don't make her angry. I just wanted to check out with her. No reason to get evil and angry. And attack her, that would be idiotic after we find him at peace. Also, Adair would probably be somewhat pissed at that. But yeah, so let's, what say you, let's actually finish the the exploration part, and Go to Pokukohara again. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna sail over there, deal with that. Then we're gonna come back here, because here we actually have a, well, a harbor, I guess. Really not much of a harbor, mind you, but it is a harbor, so I guess we can buy supplies here. Which is basically my whole point. So we have a nice load of stuff. Pokukohara, Pokukohara, back again. Ah, what a strange just season we have this time, honestly. Where was actually the landing port? There it was. New. Oh, I kind of forgot I had fast mode still going, isn't it? Pokukohara, once again we walk through the nonsense. Deflection is one of the 4 defenses, I know. The others is will, reflex, and all of the other fuckery. All of the other fuckery doodle. Yes, Kitty, you will get something. I actually brought you, well, no, that's not the right thing. I actually made a bit of an extra tour. And, went into the city, which is on, Christmas Eve. Really not fun, to put it mildly. Get some, stuff that is good for the kitty's tummy. So once we are somewhat finished here, I shall feed him that and hope for the best. And I think he will still have to spend the night on, you know, in the hallway. Don't worry, he has a nice little thing there. A blanket. That's kind of, you know, one of my old ones. Kitty has claimed that one long ago, and when he has to spend the night in the hallway, I kind of lay it out so here's some, you know, some spots he can lay on. We need to be, you know, somewhat nice. Now the question is, where the fuck will I be able to use that spiral key thing? That's a good question, don't you think? Yeah. And I figured we couldn't just open that. Yeah, that's the door I was looking for. The game is like, you're gonna regret stepping through that door. I'm like, yeah, I will. Most likely. Storm! Oh right, there's another floor. Okay, game. Why don't you let me go? Apparently it just took a sec to realize, oh god, there's a staircase there. Oh my god. That looks somewhat dangerous.
Hey.
Ouch.
Well, that could have gone better. A quick rest would help if you don't mind.
Hey, maybe using somebody who can actually shoot is maybe a better idea. Yeah, someone who can do it at a distance is actually probably better off. Yep. Works quite well, actually. At least you don't have to worry much. One of Vika's sacrifice seems to have supplied the pillar of energy. Victed in blue flames. Okay, I think we have dealt with most of the things. Let's carefully move forward. As in, really, really, really carefully. I can see that person. Let's find out. The woman lies dead on the tiles, her skin discolored with decay. Her red flesh sloths away to reveal bone. No matter the bugs have reached her here, which only means that there's more of her left to assault your nostrils. A sword lies discarded beside her. A peg lies beneath her arm, and the barest wisp of essence hovers over her body. Read her soul. The brief image you see are scattered and confused. You're an explorer with the Valiant Trading Company, and you're researching the ruins with your comrades. At least they used to be your comrades, now you're not so sure. Things have been going wrong ever since you got to the islands, first with Gian, then Olara. Thought might have started earlier. Tikavara, maybe even Vector fell sick. You're screaming in the distance, you don't know where the others are. You don't know where there's blood on your hands. You don't know why it's so hard to think. But you remember that you were supposed to be quiet, to avoid the notice of whatever it is down here. Something moves in the darkness. Pick a weapon. The saber bruised a viciously serrated edge. Despite the state of its former master, the blade appears to be in good condition. You retrieve it. Examine the body. The wounded body lies at the end of a trail of smeared, crusted blood. The damage to her armor suggests a fight. Though it looks like her attacker, or attackers, allowed her to crawl away to die. Holding your breath, you kneel to search the body. As you handle her remains, clumps of muscle and flesh fall off, rising a fresh wave of rot. Most of her belongings are slimy and rancid with putrid scents, but the pack has escaped the worst of it. Inside you see a few torn pages and a carved figurine. Take the pages. They look like they were ripped from a book or journal. They are brown and rubbed with spilled drink and scrawled few brief entries. Take the figurine. The wooden figurine is the body of a woman at the head of a fish, with beady eyes and a gaping, snaggle-toothed maw. It's pale and rough textured, like it was carved recently.
Careful, Watcher. That thing's got a nasty hex on it. Confusion feels like.
Yeah, I kinda figured. So what's probably happened is somehow some sort of curse activated, getting them confused, and start murdering their comrades, and well, the rest, as they say, is probably history. I also feel like it is probably going to die if I continue like this.
Ain't never seen Poxiadra before, Cap. Ain't never got this queer feeling in my head neither.
It looks somewhat bad, actually. Let's go into the surface. I think it is. Energy pulls through the twisted column like an irregular heartbeat, straining at the bounding walls. Yeah, but that artwork looks sick. Quite literally sick. It's not its usual, you know, nice jade coloring, which makes me somewhat confused and scared. What's to happen? Oh boy. Click the button. The machine at the base of the pillar is in bad shape. The hardware panels are warped and the copper is corroded. But it looks whole. A high, keening sound comes from the Adra. Examine the machine. Check the copper connections and knobs. Everything appears to be intact, but none of the essence in the pillar runs through it. Keening grows louder. Activate the machine. Turn the hardware wheel and adjust some of the sliders. At first nothing happens. You feel a fluctuation in the ether. The waning grows louder. Okay. A sense moves within the Adra, opening a dimension as raw and distorted as a fresh wound. Something in that place pulls at your soul. Distant voices cry out again. We're gonna regret going in there, aren't we? Yay for regrets! Project your body within. Swoop! Just slumping inside, like we mean it. It looks fleshy. A force within Yara tucks your soul from your body and into a realm of pure essence. You become aware of a fragmented, dreamlike landscape. It's not a physical place, but rather a shape your mind has formed with the deeming energy. So is your presence in it.
I thought I was taller.
Your actual body is still in Okokohara. You feel the cold tiles beneath it and smell the dusty air around it, but you cannot return to it. Something here has a hold on you. The voices you heard outside the pillar scream and wail somewhere close by. Who dares scream at me? Might this be a good opportunity to take a rest? Oh, I can't. I should have thought about that beforehand, shouldn't I? Who are you, bunch of bitches? Shit, they have a mage. Shit! You reach the source of the tumult, a festering mass of corruption. Hundreds of souls cry out within it, trapped and twisted by the accumulating decay.
That is not a good way to go.
Yeah, no shit. A handful of souls, still fresh and mostly whole, surface to confront you. One of them separates out from the others and stares you down with grim, hateful intensity.
You do not belong here.
The speaker takes the form of an old Huana man, his visage shifting as if reflected in rippling water. He's not a physical presence, but rather a soul-given shape. Who are you?
We are the dead.
You don't say, bitch boy.
We're talking to a lost soul? Hold on, before you say any more, look into the light of my lantern.
Eager, she raises the lantern high, shaking it back and forth to scatter the light around in a skittering dance. He bares his teeth at her and screams as the trickle of essence leaves his body. When he looks away, the trickle stops.
Maybe you're dead. I do not see Tangaloa's mouth or Sirono's doors anywhere.
Oh, great. A dead one that doesn't admit it's dead.
My storm wreathes Pokokahara. Ngati's fist drags valiant ships to the deep. If you come to stop this, you have already failed.
Well, you're responsible for the storms then. How so?
Ngati holds our souls in this swamp, cut off from the sea. The flow of essence stops here.
And rots, apparently.
Yeah, I kinda saw that.
What do you mean, rots? Souls are going bad, cut off from the cycle? My lantern looks fine and healthy, though.
I don't claim to understand it, girl. I'm a miner, not a mystic.
Well, great.
The
Very good.
cistern overflows into the world of the living, stirring the sea and skies with the fury of the goddess, bringing storms.
Very practical perspective. There's nothing divine about broken machinery around an Adra pillar.
The gods laugh at machines, I say.
Yeah, but there was a fucking machine right there, you
Nothing built of
idiot.
kith hands can wrest away their will.
Also, we already know the gods are just very mighty, powerful beings, but they are not truly gods.
No souls travel through.
That's a bit of an asshole-ish
the Adra
bunch,
screams.
to put it mildly.
Ngati grins.
Ngati can suck
showing
my
their
whatever, my womanly bits apparently, because my character is a woman in this case, so my womanly bits, I don't care. Like all the other gods. I mean, seriously, those gods have nothing but a troublesome bunch of assholes so far. They either ask us for impossible tasks, they bind us to their will, you know, through blackmail, and other such nonsense. Why the fuck anyone would want to follow them is beyond me.
This is where Valiant scheming
Immune,
ends.
apart from where they are really powerful
Ngati's
beings, they can
servant
crush you.
Holds the dam closed to flood the living world with her vengeance.
Yeah, it's another one of those, oh, the gods are angry at us. Yeah, yawn. I have heard that before. What can we do here? We can go history. Pushing out Valioni exchanges trading post for Routian warships.
Their ships also sink when the winds tip them over. Akira.
Yeah, every ship sinks if enough wind is there to tip them over, you bloody idiot. That also means that no one can travel the fucking seas.
I am the storm of my people. Adra is the staff I wave to churn Ngati's kingdom.
I kinda wanna fight him just to, you know, bludgeon him over the head with a mace, because he's an asshole and an idiot, but my main tank is somewhat wounded.
Compensating, are we?
Yes, yeah. Pretty sure he's a very small one.
You will not laugh when I scatter your soul to the breeze.
I will actually check your pants once you're dead.
Madiko, to arrive at the far side of death and find this babbling brook.
The Valians will not overrun us while I have the strength to repel them.
Well, these storms chase away fish and blood crops. You're the one kidding Tikavara.
Fool! Ngati will stop churning the seas when the outsiders leave. Then I will be reborn as a Rangu.
Oh boy, that guy is dumb as a bag of very dumb things, honestly. There are too many things I could mention here, but you know.
Pirates and slavers drove my tribe from our old roots and havens.
Yes, everybody hates the neighbor, especially
Now,
those bad ones.
The Valians do the same with paper. They come to pull Adra from the earth and mill it like grain.
Yeah, but at least they're paying for it, man. Think about the opportunities here.
Welcome, Plankanet. You have your story and I have mine.
There is nothing more to say. Here at the end, outsider lies are a dull edge.
Well, to put it mildly, you've all right. Maybe I can help you move on, because honestly, the dead should shut the fuck up.
This is where all things stop. No one leaves, I say.
Yeah, that is the problem. The dead should probably, you know, lessen their grip on the living and let them fucking live their life for once.
Akosi, let's not be hasty. Some of us still have bodies out there. You don't plan on staying here, Ak? Why not let us tag along and see if we can reunite with our... what we left behind?
Metaphysics never ends well when you stuff mismatched essence into one body.
You're not lying, are you?
Oh, we're experts.
You've all served your captain with distinction. But I think this is where we part ways.
Dismissed, she says, he the crew, many of whom vanish on the spot, results joining the ambient ether. Wizard nods to you and departs soon after, grimacing, and Haru advances. Well, that makes it easier. Okay, do we have one more mage? No, we don't. Okay, with no mages left, I'm somewhat feeling pleased with myself. Tentacle power. We need a tentacle in here. We need it now. You run forward. You give me a blessing. Blessing in disguise, isn't it?
Something else.
Good. Very good. Now do some healing.
Let's go.
Now give me a healing circle, because, you know, I want some pots going on. So far so good. Yes, I know, you're not penetrating very well, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, there, you're still somewhat suffering, yeah? Why don't you give the guy a good, nice little kick? Okay, he's dead. Well, that makes it easier.
Yeah?
Well, he has managed to heal himself completely, but he's alone now. That was... I don't think he really thought this through, did he? Ouch.
Let's go. Watch it.
Okay, that fireball was absolutely fucking overkill. You subdue the furious souls, ripping them into motes of their constituent essence. Beyond the cloud of essence, you feel the pull of the cycle, a force that steadily increases. This pillar remains steadfastly blocked from the natural flow. Power still hums through the essence. Sending it through the cycle will restore the air around you. Fragmenting it would detonate the delicate balance of power, destroying the pillar. Either way, the steady tug of the beyond grows. You must decide quickly. Well, I guess we're gonna return things to the natural flow, restoring its luminosity. Luminosity? Luminosity? Yes, language is difficult, especially when the hour grows late. You push the essence through the widening channel to the beyond. A churn has been away. Suddenly, he's around you, develops into a churning maelstrom. You pull yourself back toward your body, but the force rips your soul away. Can I plunder some things from the dead, please?
Hey.
Well, apparently I can't. Well, I mean, to be fair, it would be kind of unrealistic if I could take stuff from them, because technically they are, you know, souls. They're not physical objects. Not any longer. You cling to the teaser of your soul, racing to the safety of the material world, even as the immaterial one warps around you. Essence floods the newly restored Adra, filling it with a light and heat that is both agonizing and rapturous. Return to your body, feeling as though you've just fallen into it from a mountain top. Your companions gasp and groan beside you. You cover your face against the light radiating from the restored Adra. Well, I guess all is back it should be. That's good, I suppose, I hope. I think. It's updated. But I guess I can now go back and actually talk to the guy and be like, well, we dealt with it. See, this is how Adra is supposed to be looking. Not that rotten nonsense that was going on beforehand. A lot more pleasant, I'd say. Well, technically not, because that actually means that Eosas would now have another goal, wouldn't he? Coming over here and eating the Adra. Well, at least taking what's inside the Adra. You know, I think nobody actually cares about the material as much. They care about the souls inside the Adra and its connection, basically. Because it goes deep into the bones of the world. All of it is connected. Somewhat. Interesting little bit of lore there. Now then, back onto my ship, and well, I guess we have finished Pocokohara's mission. As means good as time as any to actually go back to Tikawara. Nice and pleasant, I'd say. Nyum. Also, since we actually have a good bit amount of money still left, I kind of want to, you know, completely fill up my store. So that we have all the stuff we could ever need and want and have in our inventory. Oh. Isn't it nice? You arrive for the first time in a long while. The first thing you see is a fucking dead body floating in the water. That's fucking pleasant, isn't it? As you near the dock, voices roar over the din of the waves. It seems as if the entire village has gathered, and many of them don't seem happy.
I hope that's not for us.
What are they gonna do? Get this with their little hatchet or what? They argue with one another, pointing into the distance, but at your approach they turn to stare at you. Eyes wide, with apprehension or anticipation. The crowd parts for the Runga, whose grin is as broad as his
My
shoulders.
fishermen saw your boat sailing from Pokokahara. The storms, they parted like a school of fish before Nagati herself.
Just like you must have mistaken me. And Haru won't try that a second time. Hush falls upon the crowd as you speak the name. Ranu clears his throat, clearly eager to move on.
Now, the Valiant Trading Company will send ships, people, and supplies.
Somewhat, yeah.
Tikawara will be the greatest port east of Nekataka.
Nekataka.
First they must clear room for docks and storehouses. But that will be many months from now, no?
The dwarf wipes his brow, considering the beach and the half-finished, half-painted huts built along it. The young priestess glares with open malice, the angles of her crossed arms and clenched jaw as sharp as daggers.
Already they make plans.
That's all? I should be
I say
going.
this is a turn in our fortunes. The first of many.
Kashmir widens further still, which, you know, considering how he looks already, would be creepy as fuck. Imagine that face getting, you know, more smiley.
You are always welcome among us. Accept this and know our thanks.
An exceptional spear. I'll take that. The others nod and disperse, murmuring to one another as they scatter across the village. Well, I guess I ain't completely happy with what I've done. Religiously speaking, no. Probably not, but practically speaking, I mean, what can I say? Without the storms, they will be able to fish. And I think the land will actually recuperate after a while, so that, you know, will probably start growing crops again, which means they are not going to starve and die, at least. Well, I wasn't expecting them to, you know, be completely over the moon with it, but still, you know. Some things are in order when somebody does something nice for you. Even if you don't agree with them, it is completely.
For
They do
what do you
mean well.
linger here? The village is much too quiet. Am I a kuak? Go see the sweaty one.
I always forget that you're actually not willing to trade.
Soon the director will send supplies and immensers and soldiers, unless you have room on your ship.
I found the remains of your expedition.
What do you mean? Madiko. If the expedition failed, the company will hesitate to finance a second one. They might close the book forever.
Might
if
be.
their work was finished, their families in the republics would be compensated.
Let's see what I can do. Our captain had some dark plans for the tribe.
Wait, what do you mean?
Takes the pages from you and flips through them. Then he stops, one hand frozen above the stained paper. He looks up at you and laughs nervously.
You cannot take these things so seriously. As I was an academy brat hoping to catch the director's notice.
Yeah, let's not talk about slavery.
Anyway, this has nothing to do with me. I am just a cook.
Better prove it by cooking us something real tasty.
I will see this gets back to the director in Neketaka. No need to worry. Ekosi,
But first, let's actually, you know, deal with this. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? I don't think you have anything in your inventory. We absolutely need. I don't think so, actually.
Soon the director, unless Mika, anything is better than waiting on this beach.
And we got a new cook.
Hey, well, don't see why not.
Well, you know what they say, the more the merrier, or something like this. I sure hope there's some truth to that at least. One can hope.
I hope you do not come for thanks. My gratitude pouch is as empty as my belly, I say.
Let him. President Joke as his head whips to the side. Raising a hand to his cheek, he searches the faces of other villagers who witnessed the exchange. None of the onlookers pay any mind beyond a passing glance.
Kira, I hope you enjoy sinking to my level, outsider.
Somewhat fun.
I labor for the tribe, but our Ranga saves the best of everything for his warriors. For what does a warrior need with a full stomach when we are not at war?
I had some questions.
Who would answer better?
Well, at least it was somewhat satisfying. Just slapping him in the face, going like, boop. Take a slap to the face because you are such an asshole. I mean, he really doesn't want to change his ways, does he? Quite literally not. Painful.
One day soon, this...
Okay, nothing new to say, so that means no new quest. I think we have done somewhat well on this particular mission. I mean, not everybody's happy, mind you. But it's an impossibility no matter how you look at it. You will never, ever, ever, ever manage to get everybody happy. Sadly enough. It's just how it is in life. You can argue if you wish to, but it's not going to change much. Nothing else here.
Justice is most terrible when it's...
Hello, shrine people. Anything in here? Palia.
Amir's winds blow bitter today, outsider. The gods give answers. It is only my duty to listen.
You don't seem to think much of Urano's leadership.
He is our Ranga. My own great aunt looked into his soul and declared him such. I must respect him, even as he builds a village for our enemies.
Well, have you tried reasoning with him?
Akira, I have, and so did Anna. That name is cast off. Forget I said it.
So what's the problem?
It is not spoken of. I apologize.
Well then, are you the priestess of the tribe?
We worship the same gods as the foreigners, but sometimes with different names. This is Nagati, the trickster of the seas.
She points to the wooden statue. It's as smooth as an old piece of driftwood. The sun-bleached and water-stained patches suggest years of travel from one village to the
You
next.
worship God same as I do, at least in Nekataka. But I'll admit I've never called Andra Ngati.
Something about the shrine statue looks familiar. You've seen that rounded body and gaping mouth before. You realize it's almost the exact replica of the idol you found in Pukukohara, on the body of the dead expedition member. Another wave of pain and confusion hits you. You haven't been feeling well since you picked the idol up.
Foreigners know her as Andra. To us, there is no difference.
I hear that, and I also... no, actually, let's go for the most obvious thing, because you killed the Valiant Explorers. I found this cursed idol amongst their things.
I warned them not to go. I warned Ruanu not to help them. Foreign ships raided our old villages and carried away our people. Ruanu promised us we would be safe here. Give it to me, please. Then I will see that it brings no harm to anyone else.
Oh, Watcher, she is asking nicely.
You know what, I'm sick and tired of this whole business. You people are all a fucking bunch of idiots. Sure.
Thank you.
Edith and Haru also had problems with outsiders.
Anaharu was the tribe's priest before me. And he was my father.
Well,
Before
great.
he
That explains a lot.
Ruanu to a trial of waves. But he was cast off. We are forbidden to speak of him.
Tell me about the trial of waves.
When there is an argument between leaders that cannot be answered, we turn to Nagati. Two challengers risk violent currents, beasts from the deep, and waves that would dash them against the rocks.
That sounds like a horrible, horrible, horrible way of doing it.
The winner, if there is one, has Nagati's favor. The loser, living or dead, is forgotten by Nagati and the tribe.
Well, why did Naru didn't challenge him?
My father knew the traders are as dangerous as pirates and slavers, perhaps more, because they grow strong in Nekataka.
Attacker. Must become their hard line. Arise for a moment. Look distant. Dead.
So, when the expedition came, he begged Ruanu to send them away and move the tribe to another island. Ruanu, he did not listen, and Anaharu was done talking.
What does it mean to be cast
It means
off?
the tribe must forget him.
Okay.
The Ranga divided his possessions among the other Mataru, and now we do not speak of him.
I see.
Anaharu goes to his next life. Forgotten, he goes to a different tribe.
You people are all a bunch of
The gods
assholes.
give
Still, that's no reason to murder the poor Valiants, honestly. That's just as fucking holish.
Don't worry about you, Adair. There'd be a thing of free out here that you shouldn't be aiming at pets.
Hey, it was dark. I only saw the back of your head. I thought you were some huge island squirrel.
This ain't about me, farmer.
What can you do? Adair is special, and that is good. His existence is very important to me. Mostly because he's
Whatever
fun.
you need, you must only...
Okay. So I can't tell you, hey, your priestess is a bitch, and she murdered the Valiants. Because that would have been fun as fuck, actually. Well, can't have it all, I guess. Well, then I guess we're gonna take a rest, and then we're gonna set sail again. Oh, well, no, we're actually going to...
Samir back. The whole point of suppressing her was to keep her out of my head. I miss her impressions. Oh, she could do this one of you. Which she did over and over. Was real good, though. She could do all your twitching, your squeaky voice when you got nervous.
For what do you linger here?
Rest and relaxation, bitch. That is why I linger. I shall linger some more. Well, he is dead in the water, quite literally. Now then. So, I guess we found ourselves with a bit of a questline. We did it, mostly reasonable. I'm not too happy with the way we handled that idol thing. We could probably have made a bit more out of it, but alas. We did not, and so it shall be. Since we also leveled up, we are now strong enough to be considered even level for the Goods and Services quest, which means Captain Eldis at Fort Deadlight again. So we could return to the fort. Where actually was there? There's Fort Deadlight. So what I think we're gonna do next is actually we're going to, you know, sail this last stretch and then go down to the Fort Deadlight. Deal with that. But that is something for next time. For the moment, we shall take stock of our inventory and equip whatever we find that is pleasing to us. Because you need to have your equipment. I mean, that's one more armor rating, more slash, more shock. You could say there's quite literally no reason not to equip that. What else do we have? The token of faith, that's more resolve. That's actually really not a bad thing. I kinda wanna wear it. Yeah, but Lone Wolf is really useless. Because, you know, we're never gonna be a Lone Wolf. Something that helps with dexterity, that's probably very good for you. Area of effect is not gonna help you much. That elf is gonna help you much. What else do we have equipped? A hand mortar and a battle axe. How about we do it like this? We actually have, you know, a set for close quarters combat. But maybe for the second head you kinda wanna have a dagger. As for that set, Thundercrack pistol is probably a lot better. That's a fighting pistol. Nice. Very nice, actually. Not that far off. I don't think we have a better stuff in any way, shape, or form, but I don't think we have a better rapier or anything. Also, if you actually have to use that thing, we are kinda screwed anyway, so not much use going for that, I suppose. Yeah, no, I don't think we actually have anything better about it. I think I'm gonna let you have that. Cruelty. Collection of trinkets witness encounters acts of mischief and menace. Radiate the crude temperament. Outgoing damage and all of all items with range. More area of effect. That's not a bad idea at all. We have a little Shoti. Probably not a bad idea at all. I hear rope is actually really good, all the things considered. Weapon wise, I don't think we have a better crossbow yet, sadly enough. I know it doesn't really look like it, does it? But your first set is special anyway. As for you, little dear, I've been using the fine spear for the moment. Let me give you that one. Is that one blunt? Does the game actually making a difference between it? Pierce, crush, slash. It does make a difference. It is rather pleasing to know. I can keep that, I guess. Lone Wolf is still not going to be useful. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like we have much else in the way of giving out. Actually, no, let's make it like this. Like this. A seasoned surgeon, eh? A level 4 cook. I mean, why would I take a novice cook, you know, when we have someone who's really good at this already? Yeah. But I think with this we have done all we can for the moment. And with this I shall bid you adieu. This was quite a bit of a fun little Christmas Eve streaming. Oh, getting so tired now. I do feel the effect of the alcohol on myself somewhat fiercely. But yeah, yeah. I shall indeed. Shall very much indeed so bid you adieu for the moment. Was thinking for a moment if maybe we should actually sail somewhere else. But no, I think this is actually not a bad position to starting the next one on. So yeah, for the moment, I hope and pray, of course, that you will have a good one. In, well, whatever time frame it is at your side, because, well, time zones can be a bitch. I know. Of course, a very happy and Merry Christmas to you. And I do hope you enjoy the time. Because, you know, we all need a bit of a break sometimes, and the Christmas days are, well, at least more materially, what you can use for that. I guess that's one advantage of having the fucking special groove around all year round. Yay. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. As usual, it is very much appreciated. As for once we can name easily, we have little Soviet coming along. Thanks very much for that, dude. And the strategy member also came along, and oh yeah, right, he also tipped very nicely. I was like, here, buy yourself something nice, bitch. And I'm gonna be like, yes, I will. Yeah, put the money aside for the moment. Because I actually don't have anything directly in mind what I wanted to do. As soon as I find something, I will think about it. For the moment, though, because I'm somewhat happy. I think, yeah, the last thing we should talk about is the people who have not been so easily nameable. You, too, pat yourself on the back. Consider yourself happy, because it is Christmas, so be happy and merry, and do that. I have given the grand order. Feel free to follow through on that one. And yeah, I shall be back tomorrow, as I said, probably with a longer stream. I do have some personal stuff I still need to deal with, but that shouldn't take that long, so we should have, technically speaking, a lot of extra playing time on our hands. And yeah. All things considered, this is where we're at, so let's see. Since I can't really tell you when I'm gonna be around, I think it's gonna be in the afternoon somewhat. Yes. Somewhat in the afternoon. So if you're free and you know you have nothing better to do and feel bored, do feel free to drop by. You know? Just so you're not getting tired and bored. But yeah, let's talk about everything else tomorrow when I'm a bit more awake again, because, well, combination of alcohol, work, and little in the way of sleep the last few days has kinda taken its toll on me just a little bit. And I don't really want to get sick because, well, that could really ruin my fun and game time for the next few days. So yeah, getting some extra sleep, probably a good idea. Well, that in mind, bye bye it is for the moment. Have a good one, and yeah.